Go, we are unmuted.
Yay! And we're here, and I've managed to not actually break anything, which is fantastic.
So good evening, everybody.
Hello.
She says with a mouthful of
When you
mozzarella
accidentally
stick.
hit the thing. Right, that's changed. Yeah. Well,
We just lost you then, Tim.
welcome along.
I was just going to say, was it me or did we lose Tim? No.
My revelation of the Book of God. Yet.
Tim, I'm not sure what's going on, or if
Actually,
everybody else
look at
is
this
having a
character.
problem. If everybody's
Oh.
having the same problem, but I'm struggling, you keep dropping in and out for me.
Yes.
Try again. How's that? Any better?
That's better.
That is better,
That
yeah.
seems to be settled now. There, when I can talk.
Yeah, I think it was. I was doing something in a browser on the same machine that I've got the Discord running on, and it's not a very powerful laptop because it's very old, and I think it can only do one thing at a time. It sort of sits in the corner, rocking, sort of like Bernie with his mittens, and yeah. So that's why all my comms take place on one machine and everything else on another, which is slightly younger. It's more like Biden. There you go.
Well, at the
There's a
moment,
thing.
at the moment, I'm getting a. You may want to check your status site.
Really?
Very
What's that in
strange.
relation to?
I don't know. It's roll 20.
Okay. It was a little weird earlier when it sort of decided it wanted to not connect. It sort of does it every now and then. You just leave it for a minute or so, and it'll then come back. I'm in.
Me
Oh,
too.
there we go. There we go.
Sorry, I was caught in cutscene hell.
It is a long cutscene.
My arse is numb.
Wasn't
Just
me.
so you know, Morgan, we're live.
Yeah, I see.
Yep. No worries of that. Right. Yeah, if your machines are loading up, you should eventually get the map from last week. I've removed certain references to things like tugs of war. Be relieved to hear that I will not be running a rerun of that just yet. So, how is everyone?
Sore, covered in mud. Oh, do you mean in real life?
Well, I meant in real life, but we can start there if you like.
We don't talk about how I'm feeling right now after the heartbreak I have just dealt with.
I think Morgan might be a bit tender after that cutscene because I watched it this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm not happy with Square Enix.
Right.
So I think we have the impression that Morgan might be salty.
A bit coffee. Okay.
It's a case of like, as a Bethesda fan who is still salty that I couldn't romance Nick Valentine, I feel the pain.
That is nothing compared to what I have just dealt with.
It's the closest I have. Okay.
And I've had to read
No,
about.
this goes well.
I've then had to read about graffiti and the legality of it all afternoon. So my brain is now well and truly falling out of my nose.
There is no answer to that. I'll take it from that. Right, what's everyone got to eat and drink? This is literally to warm your voices up and get you used to talking. And Valinia, what are you drinking?
I am drinking Perry Chepsy Max, and I am currently buzzing my bottom off after drinking a litre of Mountain Dew earlier.
Okay, fair enough.
I feel sorry for your bowels after
Yeah,
that.
they will be a bit sore later on, I reckon. And I have a meat feast pizza that
Fair enough.
that I am munching on.
Morgan, what you having? What you drinking? What your refreshments today?
I have a bottle of. What are you? Essence, still water, strawberry and raspberry from Iceland. But if I decide to get a bit saucy and numb the pain of what I've just watched, then I may crack out my Mount Gay rum.
Fantastic.
I did crack some out the other night. It was very nice.
Good, good.
It didn't.
That's the Eclipse, isn't it? That one. Which I think makes it's an amber. It's the name. It's the type of rum. So I think it's like a darker amber. It's not a clear one.
It kind of looks like your piss if you're really ill.
Okay, yeah, healthy.
Hi, Morgan.
Or
Hello.
Oh, God. Right, Mother Mafia. What are you drinking? I mean, technically I know because I'm giving it to you, but, you know.
Well, I've got some juice and I've got vanilla shake and I've got my alcohol for the Arcana checks.
Good.
And I've just...
I am going to turn that into a t-shirt.
And I've got Kit Kats if I decide to get nibbly after just inhaling chocolate ice cream.
Fair enough.
How are you feeling this week?
I have a big can of Iron Brew because it just seems appropriate, and
Gorgeous.
half a pretend Toblerone called Twin Peaks from Poundland.
I have no words. And just to round it all off, I have a big pint of squash, a very large cup of coffee, and a very full glass of Righteous Tears, all of which should get me through the next 5 minutes. Right.
So basically, you are going to be buzzing off of your titties when you end this
Caffeine,
one.
caffeine and alcohol. Here we go. What's the worst
So
that can happen?
basically, they're having a TT party.
Yeah, folks listening at home, the jokes aren't going to get any better than run. Yeah, run. No, don't run. Stay and listen. And who knows? Right, I better give a quick update to where we all were. Last week was fantastic. It was great fun. It was the festival of, he says, ripping through his book because having said that, he completely forgot the name he gave it. So that rustling sound of my opening pages. Festival of New Growth, in which you had a heroic tug of war, and food was eaten, drink was drunk, and Cole had a big dance off. Well, no, he didn't have a dance off. He did the line dancing and did very, very well. There were tears, mostly from Morgan, and yeah, some arrows and various things. Basically, there was lots of fun, and then everyone went off to basically have their week off. Well, not the week off, but things they were doing during the week. So what we will do is, as we did last time, because it was a good way to start the session, is I'll go around each of you and we'll talk a little bit about your downtime, results and things like that coming out of it. Does that sound relatively normal?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Good, excellent. Right, so if I just get my back here, I can make a note of what people said they were doing. So, Valenia, we'll start with you because you're top of the list. I actually answered the question when I was there. The hell? My book's gone.
Didn't I say I was going to do some more investigation?
You technically said hunting, but
Oh yes, hunting.
I am
Yeah.
more than happy for you to do investigation. What would you rather?
I think investigation, seems we've got quite a lot of investigating to do.
Okay.
I take it, did you look at my list?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me just count.
For those who weren't here, you will not be surprised to hear that that Joe has created a spreadsheet, another spreadsheet. This time looking at all the tasks and things that people have said they want to do, or little weird and wonderful things that have cropped up, and being the consummate, let's call it, project manager that Kerner is, he started allocating things, or at least noting down who said they're going to do what. It's fine. Everyone's fine. Don't worry. It's not mandatory. It's noting what you said you're going to do. Probably not the project manager chasing after you yet. So yes, you were going to introduce some investigation. What were you thinking you wanted to go and have a look at?
Oh, where was I?
Your brain scares me sometimes, darling.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll when we finished, I'll run you through. I found some overlaps between some of the things as
Thank you.
themes as well.
I think
because, yeah, I know I'm scary. You can tell I'm feeling better though because I sat down and made a workbook as opposed to an Excel
Yeah,
sheet.
yeah. For those who weren't here last week, Mother Mafia was not well in the slightest. Chest infection, voice went. So she
Whooping
was only in
cough.
for. Well, I wasn't going to go there, but yeah. Somehow, the tender age of 15, she's managed to get whooping cough again. Well, it's gone now, so you're just recovering from that. But Jo actually has got her voice back now, so yay!
Yay.
I think I'm going to do some underground investigation on Lord Kempster.
Lord Kemsler, right? Okay, so what sort of? So we're looking at research that they were doing. The
I think,
deals with Dask,
yeah, some of the deals with Dask and see what's going on. I'm going to go around some of their old haunts and see what I can do,
Okay,
like the clubs and just basically having a look around.
Well, you certainly know what their taste in clubs is from having been reading the erotic poetry. And as you remember, there were mentions of a few of the ones that are local to Fairhaven. There were also quite a few for the one in Shan, from when Kemsler and
Lancaster.
well, you guys have started calling him Ramsbottom. I thought I'd go there with it. I've reached that happy point where my players are now starting to correct me on the names of characters after having getting involved for so long. I win. Okay, so doing the research. So again, just like last time when you're doing research, do you want to spend a bit of coin? Hi James, by the way, just seen you on chat.
James.
If you remember, it was spending a bit of coin here and there. Pardon?
I was thinking that here's our tank because James does tanking for us.
I think I'm going to investigate the bronze tablet and ask about Mr. Friendly and Mr. Nice. Yeah, as well, and see what I can dig up.
Okay, so the bronze tablet you're thinking of is. Remind me, because I
it's a club.
Right.
Before
okay.
they went to the Velvet Rope, and it's usually located in Shan, was what we found out.
Right.
But also seemed to be the link in to some of the contacts around the Dask side of things.
Okay.
Where I think maybe Mrs. Jerso was involved.
Yeah, so we weren't sure where the bronze tablet was. So maybe doing that sort of thing and finding out what I can.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Make an intelligence check. I think that's probably the best way of doing it. Unless you want to spend a bit of coin to give yourself some bonuses.
Oh, I did look earlier how much we had.
We have quite a bit. Don't worry. We've got a fair amount of work.
I would say I'm gonna take 50 gold with me to hand out here and there for bribes and go from there.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Intelligence check then.
Do you want intelligence or investigation?
For purposes of research, it's an intelligence check because you're looking for specific information.
Normal roll?
Yeah, that's normal.
Oh.
Right. Other than you don't really. There are several places with similar names, actually both within Fairhaven and Shan. That's fairly well. That's fairly common knowledge. They're sort of like a franchise name.
Okay.
But other than that, you don't get anything that you haven't already noted in your travels in your notes. But it was fun. You met some interesting people. With that money, you probably visited a couple of them. And you probably have some lovely new stories to tell. Nothing that's actually really relevant to the investigation, but they're still really interesting, and you'll probably be able to dine out on them for quite some time. So yes, yeah, all sorts of interesting people you've met in various stages of dress and undress, in various positions.
So this is the opposite to my role last week.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, that's fine. Thorin, you said you wanted to get into pit fighting with Bartok, didn't
Yes,
you?
I thought after just like doing some reading up, because me and basically big bloke last week, it turns out he runs a underground sort of fight club thing, all very legal and above board. Nobody dies or gets hurt too badly, but he did I like you. You obviously can handle yourself. Do you want to come and join in and punch things? Essentially.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, he introduces local establishments. They're usually sort of in back rooms of larger establishments, sometimes in disused, but areas of warehouses that have been set to one side. So you start to get a feel for some of the bigger and some of the sort of the more frequented establishments, for lack of a better word, and some interesting dodgy people along the way. So in terms of that kind of spreading your contacts of who you know and knowing the area, that's useful. We're going to do. I mean, pit fighting is a fairly broad term. It includes things like boxing, wrestling, basically other non-lethal forms of combat. Predetermined matches, so you're kind of working up a ladder, for usual sort of thing. We will do is I'm going to ask you to make a series of checks.
Okay.
As you're sort of fairly low on the ladder. I'm set a DC, which I'm just deciding on at the moment, and then they're going to be 3 different checks for different skills, and then depending on how well you do, that will then generate the amount of money you've made and how well you've done. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, sounds good.
So far, so normal. Okay, so the DC is going to be 12 for each of these checks, because you're just starting off, and so nothing that really taxes you or is likely to cause you much in the way of difficulty, but you've still got to exert yourself. So the first one I need you to make is an athletics check, and if you don't have athletics, then strength will do.
I have both athletics and strength, which I think so. Let's have a look.
Which one's your biggest one? Sorry.
Right, hang on. As soon as my PC catches up, there we go.
Athletics would be better because that's kind of like the skill plus the bonus from your strength.
Yeah. As soon as this wakes up, I'll be able to do something because my PC has now decided to pick right now to freeze.
Of course. Well, I'll tell you what the other things you need to do while you're doing it. You're going to do athletics.
Yeah.
You're going to do an acrobatics. If you don't have acrobatics, you can do dexterity, and then a constitution check.
Okay.
With a slightly different bonus, so we'll do that one in a minute.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
You're with us.
It's decided to be like, guess what? I'm going to be a knob and just stop working.
The joys of technology, everyone. The back end, while we're waiting for that to catch up, is that we're running our characters on D&D Beyond. We're then using a plugin using Chrome-based browsers called Beyond 20, which allows D&D Beyond to pass all its roles and information through to a range of virtual tabletops. We're happy to use Roll20, which is what you can see on the screen. What you basically then have to do is you have your character up in one tab, you then have Roll20 open in another tab in the same browser, and the plugin does the rest. So, in theory, you're not juggling around too much, and the reason we're using D&D Beyond rather than built-in character things in Roll20 is that the D&D Beyond character sheets are just a little bit friendlier. Especially for people who are just starting out, and most of the people here haven't played a vast amount.
and
Sorry, you were gonna say-
they look like the actual normal D&D character sheets as well.
Yeah, they do.
What I will do is I'll bring up D&D Beyond quickly. I'll just replace the.
Yeah, sure, do
Yeah,
that.
because my my PC is currently having a massive bitch fit. So
It also
I'm-
seems to be a lot easier when we're doing the level ups, having leveled up in Roll20.
I say I'm going to bring up
D&D Beyond.
the D&D Beyond page.
The reason I'm going into this is there's quite a few people who work with some of us or who know us and who haven't really played D&D, and so this is sort of an opportunity to kind of lift the lid a little bit and talk about how this works. So yeah, if you're able to get a screen up, that's fantastic.
See if I can make a new one. That's the best thing about slobs is you can do it on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and hopefully I'll be able to do what I need to do in a minute once this stops being an utter bell end.
That's
That's all right.
the wrong browser
This
source.
is a professional term you may not have encountered before.
Yes.
Typically reserved for computers that don't do what they're told.
Yeah. It's
You'll
being
learn
a
all sorts
bell
of
end.
new, yeah, you'll learn all sorts of new acronyms and jargon during the course of this adventure. Most of which does seem to be related to Portsmouth. Yeah, mum.
Yeah.
Oh, Morgan, you silly fucking twat! Where have you put your pen? Oh, it's between my legs.
Are you projecting again, dear?
You're,
You want to jump
What-
onto the next person so they can do their bits whilst my PC
Yeah,
is
sure.
basically
Okay,
being a
I
complete...
can shift on while you're doing that. I've got my finger in the page. In that case, while we've got Kaluma on the line, you
There
said the
we
other
go.
day you'd like to sort of spend time bonding with your familiar.
yes,
For those
we-
listening in, this is not a sexual thing. It's not a euphemism.
I mean, once I've had bottom surgery, I'll definitely be bonding with my familiar. I tried to say that with a straight face and it failed.
Wow, wrong crowd. Um,
Wow.
So, yes, I want to be bonding with Shrieken as now I am able to actually have a actual familiar due to having leveled up.
absolutely, and this is part of what we were talking about offline.
And
The-
due to Final Fantasy 14, I want to take up fishing as a skill.
You know what? Yep, there is actually that possibility of doing that.
Oh,
I
why
did-
not? I'm doing pit fighting, so go for it.
Why not? Why not? We'll do some training in a bit. Well, as a curiosity, what's your intelligence?
My intelligence,
So the intelligence modifier. So you know, there's a plus or minus number.
+2.
Okay. I mean, you reckon it's going to take you a couple of months to get really good at it, but you know, for the time being, you're happy with what you're doing. Basically, if you do this for about 8 weeks, then you'll actually have a point in fishing as a skill.
So
Sound
do
fair?
I do a roll at any point for it? I want to play with clicky clackies.
You want to do the clicky clacky, do you?
Yeah.
Case. In that case, tell you what, do a. Can you roll some percentiles for me for a starter?
Excuse me.
D100.
Yeah.
Oh. A D100. Oh, okay. So do I
Or
just press
2D10.
D100?
Or yeah, just press the D100 button.
That's useful. I shall bear that. Yeah, you basically during that time you managed to find a good place that's sort of used by a lot of people who, without crowding it, sort of use it as a regular stretch of the river nearby that has a reasonable amount of space, wide sort of verge away from the path, but is sort of well travelled enough that people sort of come there quite regularly. So it's particularly dodgy, and there are people there who are more than happy to show you how to start to sort of learn how to fish. And yeah, you sort of start to get to know the people there. There's no great problem with that. You're sure that there are probably more exclusive places or sort of more rarer places, but for the time being, actually, this, yeah, above average. That's a good start. For those not knowing what Find Familiar means, I'll just do a very quick read here. It's effectively that Kaluma has already got a link with Shriken, having basically been imprinted on when he found the fairy dragon, and what this spell does is makes that link kind of official. It gives both of them a degree of bonuses. For example, if Shriken were ever to be now hit and reduced to 0 hit points, rather than dying, he'll disappear, and then will reappear whenever you cast Find Familiar again. Within 100 feet of you, you are both able to communicate with each other telepathically, and as an action, you can see through your familiar's eyes and hear what it hears until the start of your next turn, getting the benefit of any special senses you might have. But you are deaf and blind in and of yourself. It's sort of like warging, as you'll have seen in a number of shows. You can also temporarily dismiss him to this little pocket dimension and then make him pop out again within 30 feet of you. So there are situations where you might be able to find that use. And you can also use him to deliver touch-based spells, which, as a dual-class warlock and cleric, means that technically you could deliver curing spells through your familiar. So yes, lots of good reasons for that, and you are able to find time. Every now and then, Cole comes along and sort of checks in on you and makes certain that you have food and drink, and lets you know he's going to go off and start looking to find out what's happened to his old gang. So you sort of see him a couple of times during the week. And then could you do let's call it a dexterity check for now?
Dexterity.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's the thing.
That happened.
Yeah, you don't really catch anything particularly spectacular during your first week, but a couple of little tiddlers that you sort of feed to Shriken, little minnows, things like that. But nothing you proudly boast about down the pub afterwards. Okay. Not too bad.
I feel called out with my fishing. I feel called out with my fishing skills on 14 here.
Thorin, how's your machine working? Is it
Right,
still?
I think everything's working now. So what was it I needed to do? I know athletics you said was the first one, wasn't it?
Athletics is your first roll, DC of 12.
Right, I was going to click on the athletics button and hope it does a thing.
Okay, well, it's not. Yeah, you know what? It's fine because you're being helped out by Bartok. So I'll let you.
Okay.
I'm at 22. Nice. Okay. So yeah, you're doing well. You have some good fights. He's definitely sort of. You can probably do some doubles and some tag team stuff with him. Little and large, whatever. I mean, if you want to think of a fighting alias, then feel free to do so, either for yourself on your own or yourself as a team.
I'll think of something clever and witty at some point.
Yeah, Thorin and Bartok for now. Sounds like the old firm. In fact, yeah, I'll call yourself the old firm. Bartok and Thorin, the old firm.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, could you now do an acrobatics roll, please?
Okie dokie.
This is to see whether you manage to sort of avoid getting sort of.
All right, I'll remember
out of the ring.
I'll remember to switch off advantage this time.
Yep, that's fine. And then we're going to do a constitution check. What level? You're level 6, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so could you just roll an ordinary d20 but add 6 to it?
Right.
/R 1d20. Click the d20, and then
Right.
we'll have
That
6.
again, what was that? Because it's like, how do I do that again?
Okay, so on the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see something that looks like a d20 down towards the bottom of the
Oh, the little thick
toolbar, yeah?
Ojimasu. Yeah, I found it.
Click on that, and there'll be a d20. Click on that.
Yep. So click on the D20.
Yeah, and then we're going to add 6 to that result.
Right. Okay.
Just as well. Yeah, 6 to that. That gives you 14. Yes, he says, suddenly remembering can actually count. Right, you have an incredibly good debut week, to the point where you win all the matches. You haven't even managed to be in quite a tidy purse to take home with you.
Woohoo!
Could you also just quickly roll a percentile for me as well?
Oh, what now?
A D100.
Okay, thank you.
I love that. Oh, what now?
A percentile, as in percent. 100. Yeah.
Right. So which one do I? Whereabouts do I find that? Oh,
Again, it should be on the dice list. It should look like two.
Should look like a what now? Sorry.
It should actually say D100.
Oh, a D100. Okay, I thought you said D1 because the sound went oojit, and I was like, a what now? I got very confused.
81.
Wow. Okay. Okay, and then could you roll a 6, please? D6.
Okay. Oh, there are moments when I sit here and feel like I'm such a noob. It's like, what's that?
Okay, so there's good news and there's bad news.
Okay.
Okay, the good news is you managed to get yourself a very, very hefty pouch of 200 gold.
Nice.
Nice. However, you do that by defeating one of the local heroes.
Oops.
And the crowd turns on you, so you've got a bit of a reputation at the moment. A guy by the name of Iron Ryan. He's warforged, and you managed to put him down so heavily that you dent his forehead.
Wow.
So there may be a bit of a rivalry start there, but yeah. So yeah, you're booed off the stage at that point. You've won and you're given the pouch and held aloft, and yeah, the crowd. Well, let's say they get you out of there fairly quickly before people start throwing things.
I've now got images of just like very much like I think like old sort of like WWF and WCW, and like the sort of person the crowd wanted to win didn't, and then rubbish starts flying into the ring.
like when Big Boss Man would win.
Yeah, sort of stuff like that. When it would be like someone that like, they really didn't want to win sort of wins, and then all the cans and other things projectiles start flying, and it's like, oops, shit.
You mentioned
Go
Big Boss.
now.
You mentioned Big Boss Man. You've lost me for a while.
So yeah, if anyone's watching in the chat who were like old school wrestling fans will no doubt know the kind of outcomes I'm on about with the old companies. Before WWE just bought everything.
I'm quite impressed that the shout out to my stream has me playing Destiny 2, which is impressive as all my computers and my Xbox are switched off. Obviously, what I was last playing.
Yeah, it goes by what you were last playing.
Yeah, well, I haven't got. I really must sort out the links into the here. And then, of course, the one person that we haven't spoken to yet is Kerner, who, having been doing a lot of research last session, has been looking at things. What would you like to have? Would you like to spend your time this week doing?
So, a couple of things. One, I need to get Cole, Shrieken, and Rain set up as retainers at the university as part of our ongoing team.
Okay, I don't think they're going to take Rain and Shrieken as paid retainers. As far as the university is concerned, it's a familiar and a pet. No. However,
Damn it!
Why can they not pay the owners?
you are being paid. You're already being paid a retainer.
And
Oh, what about second retainer?
yeah, we've had first retainer. Where's our second retainer?
Information has now been added into the DDC wealth chart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we add colon at least.
Make a. Let's have a think. Can you do a skills chart? Let's call it a persuasion check.
Where's my persuasion gone? There we are.
I'm going to be just a second. I'm just going to change over to my hoodie because I'm getting a bit cold.
It is a bit chilly. Yeah.
Oh wow! How crap was that?
Wow. Okay. So no is the short answer. Not this time. Mostly because you're not able to actually find him to bring him in to meet the dean. So yeah, you'll need to find him.
Okay.
You'll need to bring him in to actually do that. Yeah. Just sort of saying, oh, any chance you could stick this person on retainers? Just go, no.
Okay. I'll make a note of that in a minute. And the other thing I really want to do some more work on was around the mycelids and whether they can alter minds, and how do I get information over to my sister in the Feywild around the sorceress and Mrs. Friendly and Mr. Nice.
Right, that's about 3-4 different bits of research. So, pick one to prioritise.
It's how do I get a message to my sister
Right.
using the Feywild.
Okay. Okay, time for some. Then, give you advantage because you're in the university. It's bound to be the sort of thing that people have put into writing somewhere. Yeah, do a intelligence check with advantage. Right. The general response is you need to find some way, obviously, of breaching that dimensional barrier, finding a pathway or portal to that other realm, and then in terms of getting a message directly to them, either to find someone who's willing to carry a message for to find them yourself, and in terms of getting there, either finding a portal or possibly there are spells and enchantments that can allow planar travel.
Okay.
But it's not a simple thing of going to House Civis and say get this. Or if it is, it's one of the under the table ones they don't talk about, and you might need to cultivate and or spend a lot of money. But you also you don't actually know where in the Feywild your sister is, so that's another avenue to look at. You've not spoken for quite some time.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Also during the week, obviously, the stuff, the festival lasted a few days, and then was taken down. And again, probably sort of at various points sort of helped with that, just in terms of the practicalities of it. They've left the bench. They thought that was quite a nice addition, so they've left that, and let's just return you to your home. It should now just be about to change on the screen. It's loading up for me here.
That threw me off. I thought I pressed a button.
There you go. And when we last left you all, the map, you'll find yourselves all up on the second. That's where you were this time. And I suppose we better have a look and see if any of you have noticed anything else weird. So, Valinia, could you do a perception check for me, please?
I can. With a mouthful of ice cream? Jesus Christ.
So I've just been sat here with mouthfuls
Oh,
of like
God.
frazzles. It's like,
Oh, frazzles.
yeah, well, they're sort of like pound shop equivalent, but they're still like really good. It's like,
I don't care, they're still good. It's like the Tesco's really cheap ones that are effectively frazzles as well. They're just really good.
yeah,
So,
I'm
sorry.
Sorry.
I'm just really obsessed with them again.
Okay, no problem. Right, that's
An 8.
that. What you got? Okay. Morgan, could you do a perception check, please?
I can. Yes!
Okay.
That's
It is nicely done. Nice.
Thank you all, I'm amazing.
Nice. Come back to you. That in a moment. Down to crit. Kerner, could you make a perception check, please? Okay. And Thori.
Yep. So there we go. Perception. Yep. That was just not even worth it.
That's fine. Right.
I'm going back to me frazzles.
Right. So, Kerner. About
Can't
halfway through the week. No, and for a very good reason, which we'll come to in a minute.
Okay, sorry.
So, yeah, Kerner, you about halfway through the week. Remember, you had all that fun and games with all your being reshuffled.
Yeah.
Have you got round to putting them back yet?
Yes.
They're out of order again.
Who keeps playing with my books? It's not funny.
This
No,
time,
I don't deal with.
this time, they are. They've sort of gone A, Z, B, Y. That they're sort of the interspersed one half going forward and the other half going backward. In terms of the shelving. Morgan.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's freaked me out. So I go in and rechange them back again.
Just one morning, there's a horrendous screech as Kerner wakes up, looks over, and at some point in the night, someone has done that. Morgan. The next evening, we're just settling. Cole isn't back, but you hear the potted plants on your balcony breaking. And as you peer out to sort of investigate what the hell's going on, you just catch a quick flicker of what looks like a slender, elongated, grey oily skin hand quickly retreating, holding a hammer back underneath the balcony, the balustrade. So it's literally just disappearing between two of the bars.
Okay.
But when you go to investigate, there's nothing there.
Interesting. Can I use Eldritch Blast?
On anything in particular? I mean, I suppose the flower pots.
No, just Eldritch Blast down onto the area, just in case.
What sort of over the balcony? Just yeah, sure, okay, yeah. Bang! There's a flash of energy. The air screeches as you unleash your power, and it lashes straight through empty air and creates a scorch mark on the paving stones below. For a moment or three, all is silent, and then you hear someone shout out of a window nearby, "What bloody time in the morning, dear God?"
After that, when they say that, I kind of raise my other hand and go, "There's plenty more where that came from."
Go to bed.
I would, but people are breaking my shit.
Silence.
As it should be.
The next morning, when Thorin comes down to breakfast, as you know, he's been getting really into decorating his beard and using a mixture of dyes and waxes and various trinkets to sort of really express himself, sort of using traditional beard grooming techniques. When he comes down for breakfast that morning, he's got some bloody weird colours in his beard. I mean, we're talking combinations of green and red and purple and yellow, and you can, it's sort of in patterns that you recognise, but just all the colours have been swapped. And on investigation, you find that in the night, someone basically swapped all the labels on your dyes and waxes.
Yeah, I pretty much catch a glimpse of myself and just do pretty much a fucking really. That exasperated, like, I'm so dumb, but I don't have the energy.
Yeah. By contrast, Felina, you're the prank, if that's what they are, that's been played on you, is that someone has tied bows into Rain's tail. He doesn't look impressed. They're sort of very reproachful. Why did you do this?
I'm just gonna pet Rain and go, "It wasn't me. Where have you been playing again?"
I've now got an image of Rain doing very much the sort of like the Rocky face.
Yes.
Trinket's hair.
I
Out
have
of
no
boredom.
idea. I'm guessing that's a quick. It's not what I've seen though.
Yeah, it's quite early on, but you know the bit I mean, don't you, Leah?
Yeah.
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 Fair enough. Cole doesn't seem to have been home for a couple of days. His
That's
bed's not been slept
concerning.
in.
I'm worried now. Cole's now gone missing as well. I think we probably need to move up from our tasks as doing some investigation.
So,
Did he tell you anything, Kayluma?
No, he just said he was gonna go and see if he could find where the rest of his gang went. He never gave me an indication of where he was going. I just trusted him enough to stay safe.
Well, since we found him, he's not disappeared. So this is very out of character from what we know.
Yeah. I'm
We
wondering.
need to go and try and find him. Make sure we ain't fallen down like a well or something. I don't know.
I mean, he's quite good at getting himself out of holes, given where we originally found him and what he was good
Or
at
we
doing.
weren't trying to blow him up, yeah.
Yeah. But my thought is, we know somebody else has moved into his old gang's hideout, which was down, I believe. Kempster's house was.
Yeah.
So, do we want to go and see if we can have a chat with those new people and see if they know what happened? You know, there's no honour amongst thieves and all that sort of stuff, and see if they're aware of anything.
Kayluma?
We should go. Go see if we can find him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is Kayluma going to be nice and worried by now?
Generally more pissed off. The fact is that something has happened and they don't know where Cole is.
Yeah.
More pissed off, but kind of worried at the same time. More like
Okay.
done with people shit.
Oh, like all of us this morning with all the little weird pranks that are going on.
Yeah.
Okay. So, where do you want to start? How do you want to start? What do you want to start looking for?
For me, my first thought would be to go back to the old hideout of the gang, because we know it's been moved into. But it might be worth seeing if we can trace any magic there or catch any of the new cronies that are hanging out and seeing if they have any information. Given the fact they've moved in there.
I think that could be a good call.
Okay. So yeah, I mean so it's obviously as you remembered, it was on the edge of the university district. Was sort of their sort of stomping grounds. The cheeky lads is how he's always referred to. So for lack of a better name, that's probably the gang's name. Because most of them were quite young, relatively young. Cole was one of the taller ones, and someone want to do an investigation check, see if you can remember little bits of information about it that might sort of help narrow down your search a bit.
There you go.
Oh,
Okay. Nice.
Oh, nice
okay.
roll.
Excellent. So you recall that in terms of their activities, they were mostly pickpockets, but they did do the occasional burglary. And you remember Cole telling you that quite often what they do is, as they scouted out locations. Remember, actually, this was actually the first time you met him. Told you they'd been casing the alchemist Kemsler's house. That they had a sort of big diary. They would then, for the various sort of attempted heists, start noting details, so they could then sort of collate all the information together. So they weren't a particularly violent gang. They usually sort of wait until people were out of the houses or otherwise involved, so they could minimise the risk of violence. That's kind of why they kind of settled on the edge of the district, because with term times they could be sure, for example, students would be out at strange hours, but also they were close enough to the markets. If merchants went on journeys, that they'd know they'd be out for a couple of weeks and they'd have time to sort of shift things out. The district itself, when you get there, this is it always is really. It's not quite as boisterous as it was the last time you were there. That was sort of late of an evening. Today, in the cold light of day, it's a little bit more sober. You know, it's not. There's no sort of student parties going on. There's general traffic, people running errands, porters, occasional house civis messenger, sort of running to take things to people. Where do you want to start? There's obviously the pub that you start. Kem's old house, or how do you want to kind of narrow down the search?
I suggest
I
possibly the entrance to the tunnel, we chase him down.
Yeah. Okay. So you think they're going to be down there?
It feels like that's
Possibly.
where he would go.
Okay.
Like like if he's looking for his old gang, like a familiar place.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. Do.
That's where Tim's got to dig out the map.
No, not even that. So, just at this moment in time, Valinia, could you do a survival check? This is to kind of try and retrace your step
Of
to work out
course.
exactly where you were and what your steps were.
Where's my survival gun? There it is. Oh,
Nice.
22.
Yeah. Very nice. Well, it's You find it actually was actually pretty actually fairly simply. You remember that it was on one of the sort of the kind of the bus routes that would take you to and from the university. So it was a matter of how did we get there? Well, we went to kind of go back, revisit that pub that you stayed in for a while. It's sort of spot that's still there. That sort of time now midday. So yeah, they're gearing up for lunchtime. So pop in there for something to eat on the way. At least you kind of note it's still there. And yeah, you follow the route. You remember now it was about 5-10 minutes pub, and sure enough, you soon find yourself outside Kembler's house. And from there, you remember, oh, hang on, yes, we chased him left, then right, then straight over that junction. Then that's it. That one. So yeah, you by process of, oh yes, I remember that landmark, and there's that large sort of ironwork statue thing, dating, but sort of a what's the word I'm looking for?
Almost like a relic.
Well, a war memorial, really.
Yeah.
And sort of literary ploughshares type of thing. And yeah, you find the you find the bit in the entrance. Florin, do you want to do a quick strength check just to kind of?
Yeah, bear with. Right, come on. There we go.
Yeah, okay, 23. Nice, very nice. Yeah, with barely even thinking about it, you reach down and you find the handle and give that a twist to sort of unlock the latch and then haul it up. If anything, it seems to be slightly easier than the last time that you hauled it up. So maybe you've just got the knack of this particular type of locking mechanism. And as before, down below the sort of the dark and smelly, not that smelly, but sort of a certainly you're aware that effluvium flows through there, but if you remember, it's fairly wide walking surfaces. And everyone going down, or just one person?
I think we should all go down.
But I'm
let's not
happy for
spend
us all to sort of like hop down and just be like, just in case.
Yeah, I tell you.
With Cole being missing for so long, I think all of us going down might be a better idea.
It's a
Yeah.
fair idea.
Yeah,
Okay.
because with our luck with things, we're probably bound to get jumped on.
Okay. Yes, definitely move and stretch. That's definitely a good call. The stonework is just as well maintained. The sort of the glow stones are fully in effect. And I'll just quickly copying those. And if you remember, the pathway sort of led further down to the south. We're able to follow out into a wider system. Now, it doesn't really look like many people have been this way. If you remember last time, you were quite clean, quite what's the word I'm looking for here?
Sanitary.
Yeah, well maintained, and just generally was, yeah, it was there. It was. If you remember, he sort of said that the butler was sort of regularly um, sort of cleaning the place. Doesn't look like that's been happening. It's sort of, there's more grit underfoot. The there's sort of more squeaking noises of things. When you look round, you sort of see sort of more rats. You look round. There's more sort of little sets of eyes and reflecting the light from the glowstones.
No, Morgan, you can't adopt them.
The that's what I was looking. Anything in particular you're looking for?
Just traces of anybody that's been this way.
Okay. Do a again. I think it's going to be more tracking than investigation. So let's have another.
Survival.
Does anyone else have survival and want to sort of help, or is all just sort of waiting on?
I've got a good survival. I can help
Hang
with
on,
that. if
bear
you want.
with. Yeah, I'll go with survival. Why not? Let's do the thing.
Okay. Let's make. In that case, Valina, can you do it, but with advantage, because you're all pitching in. You all kind of know the sorts of things you're looking for.
Oh.
We're having a map change.
That could not have been any different on either
Nice.
side. A 1 and a 20.
That's good going. That's good going. The looking missing on the map. So I am going to do a map change. It's just I'm looking for someone's icon that's gone missing. So let's keep it on. No, just dive onto another map in the background. The so 23, yeah, just as well you all sort of marked in on that one then. The if anything, sort of because it's not being looked after well, kind of gives you an advantage that you able to see a familiar set of footprints. You're pretty sure that, yeah, Cole, here, your instinct was on the money. Come here, did have a look.
Cole, this size 20 feet.
Not so much that, but it's kind of like it recognize the tread on the bottom of his feet. There's a particularly word I'm looking for, particularly distinctive sort of double V sort of that runs up the centre of the sole, and a certain pattern of rivets that you recognise when you've been sort of traipsing through the snow. And that's actually proof positive that he was definitely here, and you know that that's him, because obviously you got all that custom plating work done to that Kaluma sort of gotten done when he went to the artificers to get him better plating.
I just got this image of him having Kaluma written on the bottom of his foot, like Toy Story toys.
Oh wow, yeah. There's an image. Okay. You
Maybe that's what the double V's are. They're actually the tiefling's horns.
Yeah, their horns are just there going, hi.
Okay, that's definitely a thing. The jokes are writing themselves. I'm very careful. The joys of rearranging maps on the fly in the background. Right. So yeah, the footprints. Instead of heading, you sort of see them sort of milling around the sort of air. Instead of going towards, if you remember, there was that alcove staircase with the ladder that led up to the trapdoor, went into then the basement, that sort of thing. Instead, goes the opposite direction. So you sort of travel round the large city and off down a much much wider pathway. The pathway itself is a lot narrower, and that seems to be sort of heading. You reckon sort of a southeast direction. Not as many signs of traffic, but there are still a mix of footprints, boot prints in there. Sort of, if you want to look any closer at any of those, be a thing.
Does someone else want to try a survival? I've got loads of survival, but
Yeah.
Is it survival or?
Depends on what you're looking for. If you're tracking survival, but if you want to have a closer look to see if you can work out more detail about who made the prints, then an investigation can work.
I'll do survival on. Is it advantage?
Yeah, because you're all pitching in on it.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, okay. There looks to be a fair number of footprints of people in different different sizes, different ages, but there are a sort of a fair number of older prints that look to be by younger people. And I mean, you did so well with that. It does look like just from the pacing and placement that these are what Cole was tracking. So a surprising amount of traffic here of feet sizes. Most of them booted. Some of them bare and definitely non-human. But the ones that he's looking for, you can tell they're kind of really low quality boots. So they are very much of the these are the boots that yeah, literally, it's the Sam Vine theory of economics. Yeah, these are the cheapest possible boots. They're literally sort of resold with cardboard. They wear out, and that's then sort of they're then replaced. So very much the street gang would be most likely wearing. Shifting things out. After about 10-15 minutes.
Can I just ask a quick question? Is Rain with us?
Yeah, I'm assuming so, unless you've left him somewhere.
Oh, Rain will definitely be there.
We could get Rain to like sort of sent out to see if Cole is around.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Not that she has a
particular scent or anything.
I could.
He knows.
I mean, Kaluma probably has something. Like Kaluma probably has something of Cole's in their bag.
Yeah, you probably got a spare scarf.
All right, should I roll an animal handling for that?
Yeah, go on then.
On normal?
Yeah, just on normal.
Oh God.
fuck.
He sort of sniffs it and sort of looks at you with that sort of slightly quizzical. Yes, it's a scarf. In that way that some canines do. Slight head tilt. But it's okay. You've still got a clear path. After about a quarter of an hour or so, sort of crossing various sort of paths, and you're starting to notice that there is a definite path. There sort of things branch off, but the route you're taking, the muck is well trod, for lack of a better description. It's hard to pick out individual trails, and there are wooden planks that are laid down across tributaries, smaller bridges, and there are. Somebody make a perception check. Kerner.
Oh, okay, maybe not.
No. Okay. Thorin,
Yes.
make a perception check.
Okay. Am I doing this normal advantage?
Just normal.
Okay.
No. Okay. Kaluma.
How you come to me? Perception, yeah?
Yes, please.
Aye, aye, Captain. Maybe not.
Would you like me to do one?
Okay. So no pressure. But Valinia, would you like to do a perception check?
Come on, dice. Mama needs a new pair of getting through this shit.
Literally at points.
Oh, for...
16.
Do you want me to re-roll that without...
If you could do it normally, that.
I don't know why that rolled.
Did the pop-up come with advantage
Oh,
on
yeah,
there?
that's why. 15.
That's better. Right. Okay. You note that there are markings on the walls that sort of look. They're sort of semi-obscured, and they're quite. It's the sort of thing. What's really tricky is that they've been done where you've got to be looking at them from the right angle. You kind of happen to you sort of semi-stumble, sort of look and sort of see it from the right angle. So it's made for someone slightly smaller than you. And it's one of those things where you look along and you have a stretch and then a pipe, something else, and if you're lined up just right, it makes a sizzle. Best I can describe is if you've ever played the Batman games where you're trying to find the Riddler signs and they're on left
Oh,
and
no!
yeah,
No!
So that sort, which is why most of you didn't notice it. It's just sort of Valinia sort of was lucky.
It's almost like we're relying on dice to
What
navigate
what,
this.
what languages do you know?
Oh God, loads. I do now anyway. Traits.
I think so. Yeah.
Is that for everybody, DM? Or
No,
just
just Valinia
Valinia?
at the moment. Valinia hasn't said that they're pointing out to anyone.
No, that's favoured enemy. Class features. No, racial traits. Feats. No. Oh, come on. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the backside, isn't it?
It should be in the front sheet at the very bottom where it's got.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Some
Oh,
language.
of course it is. Fuck's sake.
Languages under your, like your armor, weapons, tools, things like
Right,
that.
so I can speak Abyssal, Common, Draconic, Orc, and Undercommon.
Okay, none of those languages apply.
Oh, motherfucker. Could
You want to tell anyone else about it?
could I make an attempt to sketch it down or describe it?
Yes, of course you can. Yeah. Well, literally, you can draw it in the muck, or you can get out a scrap of paper. Or...
I will draw it in the muck because that seems like the best way to do it, and it seems like something that Valenia would do. And just go, does this mean anything to anybody?
Okay, so what languages, Kerner, do you know?
Common, Draconic, Infernal, Primordial, but I can also pull out from my sorceress thing and go detect language.
Okay, do you want to do that?
It's a long unknown language that has been lost to the generations.
Yeah.
It's Welsh.
Ouch!
Okay, if you spend that point to do detect language or whatever, it's in Thieves' Camp.
It's what?
Thieves' Cant.
Okay.
Right, so
Does that spell give you the chance to read it? Have you got anything that you think might allow you?
I'm just trying to find the information. I'm struggling. bear with me, sorry. And that's why I keep my Roll20 open, because it's easier to find things when I need it.
I think there's a difference between detect language and comprehend language.
Yeah.
Mm.
So what do you think about that? Yeah. Does anyone else know Thieves' Cant?
I don't think I do, but hang on, I'll
mean-
check what I think with
I
stuff.
mean, Cole knows it, so he could have taught me a bit.
But he buggered off, yeah.
That's what I was aiming at.
All I can
No,
find
I
is
only know
comprehend languages.
I only know common and dwarfish, so I'm no good here.
Okay. Yeah, no, you won't necessarily have told you all those bits and pieces, professional courtesy, and all, well, also just so many other things that you guys have talked about over the years.
Well,
However,
if I do, I was going to say, right, so detect language doesn't give me the ability, just tells me how I can detect it, where if I put my hand on it, I can actually do an interpretation through comprehend languages.
okay, go for it.
You can also understand any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface on which the words are written.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying. If I
Well,
put my hand on them,
you've etched it in the muck, so yeah, that's near enough.
I was going to say, but it's also on the surface.
Yeah,
The
now
world's
that Valenia's pointed it out, and the angle you have to look at, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. So, how do I? It just says it's duration of an hour. It's a spell on self.
Right,
So
you
there's
put
no.
your. Does it tell you exactly, or just the intent of it?
For the duration, you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language you hear. You also understand any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface on which the words are written.
Okay, fine enough. In that case, it's a couple of sigils from Thieves' Cant. But essentially, what it says is floating market, password, granite.
Janet, I love you.
So,
At least this wasn't an Arcana check.
absolutely. So yes, so essentially, what it's telling you, actually, for this sort of distance, because you get the understanding as well from that, is that actually you're about 5 minutes away from a floating market, unofficial, mostly thieves based or anyone else who sort of operates in those circles, temporary markets that move from place to place. So this looks like this is probably what Cole was aiming for. So, presuming you carry on,
Oh, obviously.
armed with that foreknowledge, it is therefore turn to find yourselves entering a larger octagonal room. This chamber has sort of come away from the main flow, and a very, very large armor-plated, even more armor-plated than usual Warforged, is standing there.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
With arm blades extended, and these things here are braziers, so they are burning, sort of entirely lit by burning oil.
Oh, there we are.
That should just be sort of appearing on the screen in a minute.
I'll bring that out.
And he just looks at you. Password.
Granite.
Pebbles! No, granite!
Steps to one side. Through the door. No fighting. Or if you do fight, get out quick before we get you out.
Yes, I'm the child that found that funny.
Got big ball energy.
You are. Okay, and you see beyond a much larger chamber, lit by glowstones that have been sort of look like they've been nicked from other places and hung up. They're sort of again in kind of freestanding things, and a variety of people there, and there's like this enormous, great stash of junk and stuff and everything else like that. And you can sort of see a large awning over the side. Various people around, picking things up, moving things around. Other people sort of in the area. A couple of guards standing around. If you want to start moving yourself through the chamber, you see various people conducting deals in shady corners.
Is there anybody here we know that we can see? I know it's all shady and hush hush, but there's a lot of shady people that we've met.
I was gonna say, aren't we just like used to sort of like shady people now?
Listen, the only question I have is, will the real Slim Shady please stand up?
Oh.
Boom!
Shakala.
Wind your body.
Rain gets a few glances as she trots through, but actually not as many as you might have thought. So, sort of trotting through. Yeah, they're all professionally cool. So you know they even if they are disturbed, they're too cool to show it.
As Rain's sort of walking beside me, I'm just being like, yeah, she's mine.
Why do I have this vision of Rain going, if you want to get to her, you got to go through me.
She's a very protective pupper.
And make a perception check as you go through that first chamber.
Where's my page gone? All of us make perception, or just me? Because I asked.
Just you, because you're walking alongside. And...
Oh, then it hurts. Ha!
Are you hurting yourself?
That would be
dear?
a no then. I don't even realise that Rain's beside me.
Well, no, it's not even that. No. Okay, carry on through. There's sort of various things. Now, how are you transporting Shrikun? Is he just perched around your shoulders? Is he?
He's basically resting on. So he's kind of got like 1 foot on either side, sort of like holding onto both of my shoulders, and kind of like spreading his wings as wide as he can to look as intimidating, because he's a bit scared right now.
Like a big backpack.
Yeah.
So you're sort of looking a bit like Judge Fear. Okay, so big bat wings either side of you. Well, fair.
So basically, kind of like a sparkly version of Daenerys in the last episode of Game of Thrones, which you don't talk about.
That series didn't exist. We're still waiting on series 8.
Yep, that's one.
Okay. Fair enough. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Now, you and Shrikun, all eyes on you. I mean, this glittery, sparkling splash of colour. Everyone else sort of in dark clothes, all sort of things that blend in, and suddenly you're there. Shrikun in particular, looking utterly fabulous.
As always.
Yeah. You just. I mean, absolutely, all eyes on you. Make a perception check.
Oh, you're not bossy at all, are you? God. Fuck.
No, fine. No, I know you're just focusing, stepping in anything particularly unpleasant. That's fine. In terms of how you're entering the room, are you collectively doing this stealth, silently? Thorn?
Oh.
Thorn? What kind of attitude do you put? How are you presenting yourself?
I have no idea. With as much swag as possible, I suppose.
Okay, yeah, no problem. I could say, especially from having done your pit fighting most of the last week, make a perception roll.
This is probably why I'm going to make a tit of myself, aren't I? Right, there we go. Oh, I'll take it.
Bad. Well, you're in luck, because having been moving around with some shady folk, you recognise one just across the chamber. Just as you're walking into the main area here, there is a person that you recognise. Is going to put a marker on the board for you. Just give me a moment, just to get there.
Now I've got an image of us basically all walking together down the sort of passageway, very slow motion.
Reservoir Dog style.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. I want to watch Reservoir Dogs again.
Well, I was
now.
going to go
Fuck.
Reservoir Dogs or The Craft, where they kind of did their little nod to it, where the four girls are walking slow motion.
Okay, so over here,
Yeah.
who should it be, but with a slightly dented forehead?
Oh God.
But you see, good old Iron Ryan in chat with. If you didn't, well, in fact, you do know better. It looks like one of the match organisers, just having a convo.
Wait a minute.
So yeah, he hasn't spotted you yet, but you definitely recognise from having jumped on that head earlier in the week. You definitely recognise those shoulders. So that's the thing.
That sounded dirtier than it needed to sound.
Well, I don't let you know everything I do in my personal downtime.
It was a definite pile driver of some description. Kerner, how are you entering the?
I'm doing it with, not really with swagger, but trying to act like I belong there, but being very observant of what's going on around me.
Sure. Okay.
And just trying to check that there's nothing too untoward, because obviously I'm uncomfortable being surrounded by so many vagabonds and distressed that my books keep getting moved, and so I'm almost distracted.
Yeah. No.
Notulence.
Okay. There is, in terms of the people in here, there's a couple of Warforged hard on his muscle. Do you want to do a perception check, just as you, because you're actually actively scanning the room, just see how well you take a read on what sort of people you've got here.
Is it just normal? Yeah.
Yeah, just normal perception. Yeah, really. Yeah, okay. You are very aware of the big burly Warforged, who have very big axes and look like they're going to take no nonsense. Yeah, they all look really, really scary. I mean, just in terms of general observation, other than them, there's a real mix here. There's quite a few humans, a lot of goblins. A lot of goblins here. In fact, if anything, you reckon the place is being run by one. Because as you see over here, there's a tent, and a little individual there. I've actually got a nameplate on, a guy called Skakan.
Can you spell
But
that?
he's a goblin, and it looks like he's kind of running the show. What essentially this all looks like in terms of the big thing here is this is a massive great pile of goods and treasures and chests and bits of rubbish and everything else like that. And as he's dealing with individuals and they ask for certain things, checks his little notebook, and then he goes like almost diving into the trash, into the pile, rummaging around, and then pulling out a thing, and sort of then a conversation takes place. Sometimes other bits, just watching the scene, they might ask for something else, and he'll sort of rummage and pull out a piece of paper, write something on it, and hand it to them. So looks like it might be a bit of a clearinghouse for information and goods, sort of maybe kind of like the local fence.
Yeah, because I spot this, am I able to go over and maybe look at and engage him in a conversation of trying to ascertain where this book may have got to, or if they know anything about the sigil to the dragon below? I'm trying to get around and get information around bigger.
As you go to walk over, I just sort of hold you back and go, maybe this should be Foreign's port of call.
You're going to get me to do stuff and things, are you?
Well, if you want to, I can do a transmutation spell on myself for an hour.
To do what?
Alter self.
Could do if you don't want to be sort of seen.
I was just thinking
absolutely,
because you're very well educated and stuff. So it might be that
And you cast
that movie scene that where you get the guy who's like, act cool, and then the person doesn't act cool.
Yeah, and from your appearance, you decide what you look like, including your height, weight, facial
Yeah, sure.
of your voice and hair.
What do you want to look like? Yeah, absolutely. You cast cast an incantation under your breath, click your fingers, and yeah, everyone, you suddenly see Kerner transform into
A dwarf, and I'm.
Hello?
Joe?
lost you.
Hello, sorry. I said I mimic myself on Thorin.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay, Thorin, you appear to now have a.
Okay, I'll go with that.
And obviously, because Kerner isn't a very gnomish name, I go for
You better tell Thorin what you want to be known by.
Kesmet.
Esmit. Okay.
What's one of your brother's names, Thorin?
Oh, what? I can't remember. He's dead. Hang on.
Wow.
Note to
That
self.
is that.
Note to
That
self.
is the most.
Don't die when you know Kelly.
Yeah.
That is the most conscious thing I've ever heard you say in your life.
Oh, he's dead. So I told him not to go fighting people, but he wouldn't do it. My brother's name is Gredark. That was it.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm Gredark.
Okay. That's not weird at all. No. Okay. Collectively moving in, or you guys just hanging around? Do you want to move yourselves where in the chamber? Yeah.
Is there like a cooking pit or something, or I've seen like a
yeah.
bar person type.
Yeah, so down by the campfire here is also basically like a bar, and it's basically it's a like doing a big grill. So
Okay, I'm going to move all the way down there.
slabs of meat, some of it named, and the name not being Fido.
Meh. Meh. for Valenia, that's sort of meh.
Yeah, whatever.
Meat
yeah.
is meat. You're all meat to Valenia.
Yeah,
Which also means she's quite close to.
absolutely. So you move yourselves all in there.
I'm going to
Unless
I'm going to
is Thorin going to go and speak to Iron Ryan?
don't
Hang
know.
on a minute. I'm having this computer having a moment. There we go.
You having a think?
Yeah, there we go. Right. So where are we going again? Sorry.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
So Valenia's gone to the grill.
Well, I've gone down to Dakar.
Okay, down by there as well. Okay.
I've gone
Okay.
here to speak to. That was Dakan, wasn't it?
Skakan should have a name plate on him. Kaluma, where are you going? What are you doing?
I am going to.
start pushing people up against the wall and going, "Where's Cole?"
Where's my boyfriend?
Well, I know who my boyfriend is. I just can't see him at the moment. Wow, it's mirroring. Mirroring real life. Okay, so I am going to put Shrieken into his pocket dimension just to keep him safe.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
So I'm gonna.
Wiggly fingers, the little invisible portal, and he literally sort of just dives in and.
I am going to put him in the black bit of the map.
That's fine.
I'll put him there. So
Yeah.
I am going to walk over.
You swear you hear purring as he settles in.
I'm going to walk over to this person.
Yeah.
Just sort of just tap him on the shoulder and just get out get out a scarf and go, "Excuse me, I don't suppose you've seen a Warforged. He will be probably wearing a scarf with this styling to it, and I just really would like to, I just want to find him because he means a lot to me, and yeah, he has a lot of washing up to do, and I don't want to do it."
Okay. Let's. Okay, let's make a performance check.
I thought you were going to get me to do a persuasion, but there you go.
Not yet.
Performance will do.
Okay. Yeah, they sort of have a reasonably sort of baffled expression. Sort of. No, but that's try. He points in the direction of the grill. Ask Dave.
Ask where?
At the grill. So
Dave.
map where you can see Valinia heading.
Oh, okay. So I'd sort of just nod and sort of like, what are they carrying? Are they carrying food or something?
Some of them carrying food, some of them are carrying items, some of them are shoppers, some of them are redistributing things where they've done a deal. So, for example, you see Sakan give someone a piece of paper, and then he sort of calls out a number and hands it to one of those people. They go and sort of get things from the. Basically, as he hands things out, they then go and find the person to give a piece of paper to hand over the food and the item.
Okay, so just for the person being really nice, I'm just gonna give them the scarf I showed them. Just be like, here you go. Here's a token of my appreciation.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's what I saw. Right, I lean forward and whisper. It's got a slight protection charm on it. I hope to God that my mic picked that up, because that would have been really embarrassing.
For anyone who didn't quite hear that, I do believe it was whispered. There's a sort of like a minor protection charm or
Thank
something
you.
to that effect.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take myself down here, and I'm guessing. Where's this Dave bloke? Is it this dude?
Let's call it that guy there that I've just moved there.
That's what
Okay.
I thought. I kind of just like. Am I allowed to continue?
Finish the sentence, but I'm also going to give other people a chance to do an next action.
So I'm just going to walk over and go, "Hi, I've been told your name is Dave. Great name, by the way. I really like the name Dave. It's easy to say, just Dave. It's really cool. I like my name. My parents didn't like me that much. They gave me a weird name. Anyway, hi. So I've kind of lost my boyfriend. But when I say lost, I don't mean he's dead. I just mean he's just poofed. I didn't do it. I can do magic. I just can't go poofy magic. Unless it's with my familiar, and then poofy magic kind of becomes a thing. Anyway, I'm going off track. I would like to find my boyfriend. He's kind of wearing a lot of knitwear, kind of like high-end like fashion, if you can call what he's got, like the whole like armor for a warforged fashion, but it's really high-end fashion. Anyway, I'm rambling because I really want him back, and it's annoying me because I love him, and he's really, it's just like our dragon needs him. It's just like I can't be a single parent to a dragon. Do you know how hard it is to raise a dragon? Anyway, I would really like to find out where he is. He was probably wearing some knitwear, as I've just said. I've said it. His name is Cole, by the way. Did I say that? Probably didn't. Anyway, I need to find Cole. Do you know where he is? By the way, hi, nice to meet you. Nice place here. Love what you've done with it. Really nice, bang up job you did with the decor. I mean, I put some throw cushions down myself.
While Kaluma's going off on this, I look at Valenia and go, "Can you shut her up?"
Them up. So anyway, so throw cushions are great. I could knit you some actually. I can knit you some. I'll get some stuff in for it. Probably won't use feathers because feathers is annoying. I'll probably get like some cotton. But yeah, so do you know who my boyfriend is?
At this point, I just sort of wander over and go, "Hi." So I see you found our friend.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to go around the table. Kaluma, could you roll a persuasion roll, please?
I can indeed. I hope that fucking works after that.
And then before I answer, I'm also going to then sort of do things with other people and then come back to you as
Okay.
do things.
Yeah, I need to be deciding what I'm doing.
Just to give other people a chance to talk. Okay. I think the powers of words may have overwhelmed him. So, Valenia, you got to Dave first. So, while Kaluma is first accosting someone giving their scarf the other side of the room, what are you doing or saying?
I moved myself back to where I was before I went barging over.
I've just gone over, just sort of
So,
introduced myself. I'm sort of guessing I'm doing my odd jobs and stuff. I've got a little bit of a name for myself, but I'm gonna just sort of hi and ask what's good on the spit.
well, it's all good. It's all got the special sauces on. I mean, what meets your fancy? We can cover most tastes.
At which point I do the most orky thing that I've got, which doesn't happen very often. And go, meat's meat. Like even with my little orc fangs sort of showing that I normally try to hide.
Okay, he turns to. It's a large pig. Yeah, large pig on a spit, and says, "Right, okay, I'll get you. You want some crackling?"
Of course, I want crackling.
Of course,
All the crackling.
grabs stuff out. Apple sauce.
Is it good apples?
Sniffs it.
It'll do.
Yeah, it smells right.
It'll do.
Yeah. Plonks it on. Gets a roll out. There you go. Basically assembled a large roast pig sandwich. There you go. Back.
Hog roast. Woohoo.
Oh,
I think at that point I at the corner of my eye I see Kayluma sauntering.
Approaching and then beginning the long run.
The big rant, yeah.
During that point, also Kerner, yes, you are there. What are you doing?
So I'm trying to get Mr. Khan's attention.
Yeah, absolutely. He looks at you, nice and chirpy. Says, "Hello. Haven't seen you here before."
No, I'm relatively new to this area, but I was told
buying or selling.
Potentially buying.
Okay.
I was
Good.
told
What do
you
you
were a good. I was told you were a good person to ask.
Mhm.
I'm trying to find a book, diary, almanac type thing, with pictures and words in.
Have you tried a library?
You should go and slap him for that.
Yeah, that's one that our missing friend used to have, and I know him and his colleagues used to live down here, and I just didn't know whether it had come into your possession. At all.
Okay. What are we talking about his book? You know, physical description. What's in it?
I basically only know it's kind of probably a 4, a 5-star. Probably.
And by that, translation-wise, you're going to hold about the size you think the book to be is, because paper size isn't really a standardised thing in this world. But yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Folio size, perhaps you might get away with.
Yeah, folio size. And yeah, and it's basically got notes in there to do with locations and times.
Like an almanac sort of thing.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay. How recently is your friend lost this?
Well, our friend has only been missing for the last 2 days, but his friends who were responsible for this book have been going missing on and off over the last kind of week or 2.
Missing, you say? Okay. Right. Do you want to roll persuasion? Give it a persuasion check.
Okay.
You're starting to throw enough crumbs out to start. Okay. Yeah. Give me a minute. I might have something. He sort of. Give me a minute. And he goes and sort of goes out the back, goes sort of out the back, dives into the pile of rubbish, whatever. Okay. At which point, Kaluma arrives, starts to grill no pun intended. Dave the gorilla, and Thorian.
Gorilla?
What's he doing? He's not a gorilla. He's a griller. You're grilling.
Right.
Rilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, I maybe because I saw dude whose head I dented, I maybe go over and do the whole hi, yeah, sorry about what I did to your head.
Okay. Do a persuasion check.
Because I'm doing the whole I feel kind of bad for breaking his head.
That's fair. Yeah. All right. Yeah. He's actually somewhat taken aback. You get the impression that perhaps he's not. Sorry, persuasion, not perception.
Oh, did I do the wrong one?
Yeah. Do you want to give that a...
Persuasion. Sorry, yeah, it's me sort of like not reading properly.
Oh,
Probably
Yeah,
this one.
that's fine. I mean, he rolled a 4, so either
Yeah.
way, you basically have to do really badly to. Yeah, you kind of get the impression he's not had anyone apologise to him after a fight, and he kind of looks a bit bashful, you know. Oh, hello, Thor. Oh, fancy meeting you here. I didn't know you know this place. Yeah, good to see you. Thorin, have you met Arnold? Arnold, you recognise sort of one of the fixers.
Does he have a
Yeah,
football
I
head?
do believe we've crossed paths at some point. I do believe.
Yeah, so Arnold starts giving you an appreciative. Yeah, that was a fine fight. That was expecting you to best me boy here, but yeah, no, well played, and good on you for coming up. Yeah, so offers his hand to shake it, and yeah. What are you doing for? You'll look out for some gear or something, or anything I can put in a good word for.
She here looking for a friend of ours, a young warforged lad called Cole. He's kind of just seems to sort of disappeared off somewhere, and we're just wondering where he's at.
Oh, right. Right. Okay. Again, do a another persuasion check.
Okay.
Nice, fair enough.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I might have knitwear. Yeah. Didn't we see someone down the valves the other day? Sort of Ryan's going. Yeah, might have. Yeah, he was looking a bit a bit battered around the edges, wasn't he? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think we do know. Right. Moving swiftly back round, Kaluma. So you've just finished gabbling, looking at you with this sort of sandwich.
Oh my god, that would be me. Sort of like if someone gavelled at me, I'd be sandwich.
What flavour is this sandwich?
Well, we've got pork. I've got squirrel. I've got it down here. I can do your cheese sandwich. I've got some good cheddar in. What else we've got here? Got sausages of various types. Got a bit of steak. It's a bit pricey, but you know it's been nicely aged. What's your fancy?
By aged, do you mean corpse age or old lady age?
Well, I mean it's been hung for about 21 days, so you know, proper stuff.
Okay.
This is good stuff, yeah.
If you could probably melt the cheese onto the steak, I'll have a steak sandwich.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. He sort of goes to, pulls it out, gets it out, gets out the grease paper, and sort of slaps it on the grill, gets some cheese out, gets like the world's biggest cleaver, and delicately sort of, like a guillotine blade, sort of slices, sort of a thin couple of slices, so they'll melt nice and easy. Yeah, he starts prepping you a sandwich. Starts doing that. So yeah, you're saying something about your boyfriend, yeah?
Yeah.
What's he look like? You said something about a scarf and stuff, but is he an elf, human? we're
He's
looking at?
warforged.
Oh, right. Don't get a lot of them other than the hard hell. Yeah, okay. Medium
He-
height, small, tall.
He's about yay big, about my height ish.
Right.
He's got a shiny helmet. Oh no!
Right.
What?
he almost burns on the grill at that point.
At which point, Gedak leans over to Valenia and goes, Mothman, Mothman.
That's when he's warforged. He's got some new armor on. He has on the armor. I've kind of had engraved some horns because tiefling, get it? It's kind of like my little mark. On all the knitwear, he's got the little horns. On his foot, he has my name.
Okay, that's. Oh, I haven't seen that. Any idea why he'd been down here? What sort of...
He was trying to find his old gang because he had found out some bits about them, which he was a bit concerned about.
Oh, well, who did he run with?
Shit, Tim, who did he run with? I forgot.
The cheeky lads, was it?
Oh yeah, that's one.
Cheeky
I
lads.
was
Not
thinking
the
there's
cheeky girls,
lads.
cheeky lads.
He was running with a group called the Cheeky Lads.
Oh, right, okay.
Any idea?
You mean Cole?
Yes.
Yeah. He was here 2 years ago. Yeah, he was asking around after. Yeah, last I saw, he was heading. He'd heard that some of the lads were hiding out down there. Steak's still sizzling away. Valenia, what are you doing in the...
I asked where that place was because you cut out.
Oh, sorry, the valves. And he gestures vaguely in the direction of the one of the exits to the chamber over the right-hand side over here.
Okay, just writing that down.
He kind of says it as if you should know exactly what, because he assumes that you're here, that you know what's what.
I do my normal blending into seedy places as I do, and just sort of nod, go, yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Any special path into the valves that I should know about?
No, you just take the well from here. Hang on, we're different place from where we was. Yeah, go down the middle one, middle path. It's the 5th interchange. Yeah, just take the steps down into it. It's marked. Yeah, just if he's down there, or if he was there, he should find some sort of trace there.
Good. Also, very good pork.
Good. I do pride myself in.
I just look at it and go, local produce.
Well, from some of the local farms, yeah, one of the lads does a regular run. Whistling a bit more, prepping, he starts, basting some other stuff ready to go on. Turns around, whips up the steak sandwich, puts the cheese on, thin cheese on to melt, and just leaves it on the hot plate for a minute while he sort of just readies the bat. That's all done. Meanwhile, Kerner, Skakan comes out with sort of a couple of different. He said, "I'm not sure which of these is which bunch did he say he was with?
The cheeky lads.
Cheeky lads. Oh, it's not that one then. It's not that.
We are the cheeky lads. We are the cheeky lads. I will hide your pads. I will hide your pads. We are the cheeky. I need to write a cheeky lads song now.
He says, "Yeah, okay. I think this is one of the older ones, but this was sold at this was sold us by the Knockers yesterday, actually. To you, a gold coin.
Okay.
The Knockers.
And Okay.
Your knockers.
And I hand him a gold coin.
Okay, fair enough. Fair exchange.
So wait,
Hands you the folio. Coin disappears into a perch. Anything else?
do you know where I can? Yeah, this knockers person or people. Any idea where I can find them?
Oh, they've taken over their clubhouse, Cheeky Lads Clubhouse. They're having a bit of clear out.
I will clear it out with them.
Right, that kind of brought everyone kind of up to date. So, kind of simultaneously, you had Thorin being told that yes, they think they saw a wall down by the valves. You've had Dave tell you that yes, he's had Cole in here asking about his former gang member, his former companions, and again had been directed towards the valves. You've also got a vague idea from asking field questions where the valves are. Like about 5 minutes, and that it should be labelled as an interchange. If someone wants to make a deception check to sort of basically do, I think Valinia, because you've specifically said you're doing your sort of blending into the.
Oh, I was already on it.
Oh, if you're already on it,
No,
that's fine. Yeah. This is the art of asking questions, pretending to know the answer, sort of thing. But you've done a reasonable role there. They sort of look at you slightly askance, as if you've kind of forgotten something blindingly obvious, like what colour a go light is. No. But yeah, no. They basically said the valves are a series of basically part of the sewers down here, and essentially as part of the flow management of various of the smaller tributaries. Every now and then, these valves will open, and effluent will then sort of flow into a wider river, and then sort of out towards sort of the bigger chambers. So these are valves that are kind of constantly opening and closing, and basically the advantage to this in terms of here is that obviously it gives a way into other areas, other sewage systems, other ways in and out of the area, as long as you're not too worried about getting a bit damp and smelly along the way. But especially the Beggars Guild in particular, they've got no problem doing that. So that's basically what the valves are. They're created by House Cannith, basically sort of just to kind of flow management is about the best description. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It does. Good.
So,
right, it's just gone half night. Should we just have a quick 5-minute bite?
Can I ask quickly?
Yeah.
Is this market a regular thing, or?
Yes. It basically, you get the impression it comes here. It's one of the places that it travels to, and that word kind of gets around about 24 hours before it sets up. Word gets out, word of mouth within the various gangs and people who are in the know, know the right code words. That if you're looking for it, where to look for like a dead drop, then have a clue, might lead you to another, and then that's where it's going to be. And then it's basically there overnight, or basically for 24 hours, and then moves on to another location.
Can I pass some information on to Dave, the cook grill person, and just say next time you're around this area, just sort of give me a knock?
Sure, no problem. Is that in terms of the meat sourcing?
Meat sourcing, and I reckon this place could have some unusual items in it that we could be interested in eventually.
Okay, do another. I'll give you advantage on it. You bought stuff from him, but also quite knowledgeable with it.
What? Sorry, what? What?
Persuasion with advantage.
Persuasion with advantage. Oh, 8.
He kind of gives you that sort of, yeah, sure.
Okay.
I mean, if you wanted to sweeten that pot with a bribe or something, you reckon that might be a way forward?
I reckon I could slip in 5 gold just to.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, as if yeah. Asks. Yeah, here's the key thing. He then asks he can message for you.
Shall I say that again, Tim?
He then asks where he can leave a message.
I would say like tie something to the bench outside our property.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Do you specifically tell him that that's your property?
I tell him it's a bench that we know of that we use as a signalling post.
Okay. Now here's the difficult thing. Can you actually addresses?
Can you what? Sorry.
Can you remember what your address is?
Yes, I can actually. I had it earlier today.
I've got it. Hold on. It is 66 Park Lane,
Yep.
Dunmar District, Fairhaven.
That's the one. Yeah, well done. I stumbled my notes earlier. I was wondering who else would remember. Yeah, okay. He notes it down. Yeah, all right, fair enough. Yeah, we'll do. Okay. Good to meet you.
So if in doubt, go to the inn in that area and say you want to leave a message for the bench slayers.
Right. Yeah. Okay, do another persuasion check.
With advantage again, or
Yeah. Go for it. You've piqued his interest with that.
17.
Yeah, I think despite his natural cynicism working in this environment, I think you've piqued his interest. I think is the best description for that. Yeah. All
So
right.
we're going to be able to use our nickname to our advantage.
Well,
I think I've just done it.
yeah. I think that this may just be a legend in the making. Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Right. Shall we have a quick stop, just quick make coffees, buy a break, things like
Yeah.
that? Say
Good
5
idea,
minutes.
because I need a pee.
All right. 5 minutes. If you could put up the intermission, and we'll be back here at 2:15.
Now, if you look, I figured something else out on slobs as well. I can do stuff now.
Oh dear.
There's an answer to that.
Ready?
Go for it.
It fades in and out now.
Fair enough. Right.
We'll see.
Babe.
Right, we're back.
Woo!
So,
Right, welcome back.
before we go on to the next bit, I actually want to do a little reveal for everybody.
Okay,
What?
he
What?
says, with worry in his voice. Go on then.
So, as you know, I got everybody Christmas presents,
Yeah.
and I thought
Yeah.
and I have pretty much done what I need to do. So, if you all look at stream right now, you'll see what your Christmas
Yes.
presents look like.
I still have an intermission screen. My phone has decided it doesn't want to play. Give me a minute. Reload the screen.
You printed out 3. Oh!
I
But the
still have
stream's
it.
a little bit slow, sort of for me. It'll catch up in a
Oh
second.
my god! I'm gonna cry!
Oh God.
I still have the intermission, so bear with me.
You've made.
Okay,
Oh
awesome.
my god! Yes.
Oh no.
So this is what I've been working on. This is why I'm obviously these are going to be yours. I'm going to put them in like little plastic containers so that you can actually keep them on display and we can use them whenever we want.
Fantastic.
The reason Valenia is out of focus is because she is not quite finished, but almost.
I've known about this because Leah needed to tell someone, so I was kind of like,
Yeah.
I was kind of the.
To be fair, I did see the message you sent me, Leah, but mental health, forgetfulness, I actually forgot to reply.
So you now have an idea of what your characters look like, and Tim has a special one, which is him as the DM with all his books.
Tim, do you want to go give? Do you want to go give Joe a cuddle?
She sounds like she needs it.
I think she's having a bit of a moment.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Have I broken Joe? I didn't mean to break Joe.
I say normally it's Morgan who's the one that cries at like everything.
I take it you like it then, Joe.
Well, take that little squeak as a yes.
But this is what I've been working on for everybody.
It's like, yes, I am now officially a mountain dwarf barbarian. It is canon, it is law. Anyone argues with me will get a smack. It's like, breathe, dear. Take a deep breath. Have a shot of whiskey or something if need be.
I love it, Leah. Thank you so much.
Right?
That's completely blown
I really
me
like
away.
it. It's cool.
I guess I better throw something. So we just get back to the microphone. I guess I better throw something unpleasant.
You don't need to throw it.
You need to throw a what now?
Throw something unpleasant at you guys just to the positivity. How dreadful. Right. Brilliant. They're lovely.
I'm just trying to find them.
Oh,
See if
that's just blown me away. It's amazing.
see if I just
I
trying to,
also love the DM ones.
just trying to get to the bottom of the list. Oh, there we go. Jump to present.
Morgan, I think I've taken over your responsibility of blubbering on stream.
I don't. I cried. I cried earlier. It's fine. Was it ugly crying, Tim?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Yes!
we're talking full on, no nose red, cheeks flushed. The only reason there wasn't sort of snot was that her fingers were in the way, with the fingers sort of templed in front to sort of try and sort of soak them up before they got anywhere. Yeah, the full whole body shake. Yeah. I've painted a really attractive picture there, haven't
I've rubbed off. It's great. It's fine.
I'm just trying to find two pictures.
It's okay, because I know when you get my presents, you're going to do the same thing.
Yes.
When are you sending them off so I know when to look out for post?
God.
I
I will
don't
take a
know,
photo
to be honest. That's,
of... Bear with me. I'll take...
No, you can't, because the thing comes with a thing, and that'll ruin the thing with the thing, so you can't.
No, no. Literally just of the pile of presents.
Oh, right. Okay.
We will
Which
go.
will go into the...
We will go back to regular
regular mayhem when everyone's brains have re-emerged.
Oh, I think I just got a new follow. And thank you, Chestburster in a Can. That is a great name.
Oh my god, I love chess. Oh my god,
Morgan, do you want to put your fan? Do you want to put your thingy bobs in?
Wait there.
Thank you for the follow, Chestburster.
Where is my little thing?
Just awesome.
So, Chestburster in a Can, you may like my... Here is my Chestburster emote in a top hat.
So, there you go, Joe. If you look at the stream, you'll see the back of Kerner.
Yeah, got it. Oh my god.
And how Kerner looks.
Oh, I love it. It's just, yeah. It's brilliant. I can't thank you enough.
I had them printed before Christmas. They arrived after Christmas.
There's a lot that's happened to. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm blown away and humbled, and I don't deserve mates like you.
No, it's not a case of I wanted to do something that I wanted to do something that meant something to all of us, rather than the normal sort of here's like, I don't know, a book voucher. Even though book vouchers are cool, but
I know what you mean.
That's amazing.
I think everything that I got for everybody this year, was handmade or hand
something, yeah,
like modified or something like that. So, oh Jesus Christ! Thank you, Tim. Right, should we get back to our normal programming?
I was going to say.
I was wondering
how you guys. I was wondering how you guys were going to derail things this week, and I have to admit, that wasn't on my list of things that I was expecting. Well played. Back to right. So, for those of us who are rejoining or who have not put up, a general sort of update. The group, the DDC, is currently in a floating market known as the Rat Market. It is where they have come looking for Kaluma's boyfriend, the warforged known as Cole, who had been concerned last week that his old gang had basically completely disappeared. So he had gone off in investigation, and then after a few days had completely disappeared. So the group, concerned by this, has started to track him down, and by going back over old haunts, tracked down this moving market to see if anyone in the criminal underworld had any idea where he'd been. And by dint of connections made previously during the week by Thorin being a pit fighter, and by selective buying of very expensive sandwiches at the grill, and asking the owner of the market a few pointed questions, they've collectively put together a picture that, yes, Cole was here a couple of days ago, that he had been asking after his old gang, the Cheeky Lads, and had last been seen following a rumour that some of them had been hanging out by the Valves, which is a set of automated flow control in the sewers, and was last seen a couple of days ago. So that was where we stopped to have a coffee, quick buy a break, and things like that. So you guys know where the Valves are. I'm presuming we're going to go head there to see if you can find any more clues.
I think that might be an idea.
If we say no and go somewhere else entirely, and I will swear.
One in the middle.
Off. That's the one. That's where they pointed at as quickest route to.
Right, I'm gonna do some wiggly finger stuff and bring Shrike out of his pocket dimension.
Okay, yeah, no problem. He
And
sort of
I guess
climbed down.
about an hour's passed by now, hasn't it? So I've come out
Oh
of
God,
my.
no, it's only about 10 minutes. No, you're still.
Okay.
You can drop it at any time if you like, but it doesn't have any effect on
Okay.
how you on your spells or anything like that. So yeah, you might as well keep it for
No,
now.
I'll keep it for now, and then if I need
Okay.
to.
Sure, no problem. Okay, away and off you go. Any other preparations or things you want to market? I mean, any other business? Sort of ask. You've already made noises about sort of possibly being told when it's next in the area.
Yeah, I don't think there's really anything.
Do we want to see if Ian Ryan? Do you want to see if Ian Ryan wants to come with us in case we need a fight and we know he's a good brawler and maybe
No,
pick up some sandwiches?
He's otherwise he has a prior engagement. No, it's like no. He says good luck. Good luck finding a mate. But
Okay,
no.
Tom, much
No,
pleased.
you've got Thorin with you. You don't need my help. You've got
True.
you've got brass forehead Thorin there.
Right, so I am.
I've now
Brass
got an image
forehead
there, flashback to
foreign.
the pit fight of him sort of full on going up to sort of like Iron Ron and full on just being you. Dush.
Pretty much what you remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were saying.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say that before we go in, just in case, I would like to cast my warding bond
Sure.
for.
Okay.
Just trying to think about who I'm gonna ward.
I think I'm going to actively be searching for traps and stuff just in case, because I can.
All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ward Valenia then. I'll ward. Where is Valenia? Oh, I've got a touch.
That's fine. That's not exactly a problem. You're all sort of as you move. I'm going to flick you to a new map in a minute anyway.
Okay.
Chest burst it in a can. If you are interested, we do have a Discord below that links to my Discord, and you can ask questions and all the rest of it. It's a safe place for everybody, very inclusive, unless you're a bigot. So,
Yeah.
Which then will give you a slap.
and then we're gonna do a bit at the end of this stream about charities and stuff that we support. So,
Yeah.
hopefully, we'll go from there.
Okay, right. So away you go, and yeah, the instructions you kind of inveigled out of the guys in the market were accurate enough, and so very quick you over to as you approach the valves.
Oh, hello.
If you just want to quickly arrange yourself in I haven't got snap to
Sorry,
grid.
very quick.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, Kaluma, what did you say you'd cast on Valenia again?
Warding bond. So this spell wards a willing creature you touch and creates a mystic connection between you and the target until the spell ends, which is for about an hour. While the target is within 6 feet of you, it gains a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws, and it has resistance to all damage. Because she said that she was going to be looking specifically for traps, I thought that it would help her.
In case I trigger something.
Yeah. So basically, if you trigger a big swinging axe, it will not fucking hurt you.
I just imagine. Oh, I appear to have an arrow in me.
Right.
Right.
So I've got Dungeon Delver, which where is it? I think it automatically detects action, bonus action, no reaction. It's under traits, I think. There it is.
Okay.
Dungeon
So
Delver.
just to make sense. Yeah.
You have
You're putting
advantage
that
on
in the
percent.
chat, or you-
I don't know if I.
Right.
Oh yes, I can. Beyond 20. There we go. Oh, it says roll. Oh, I'll roll it anyway. There we go. There you go.
There we go. Advantage on those. Yep, fine. Advantage on saving. Basically, advantage and resistance.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, so
Okay,
should
so
I
thank you
cast?
for being running.
Should I cast my warding spell on someone else then? If Valenia already has all the shit that I can give her anyway.
Hey, if I trigger a
Up to
trap,
you,
I am
I mean,
not dying.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm happy not to have anything because I've got shield and I've got blade ward and
Actually, why am I doing it
So
on one? Thorin, you don't have any magic, do you?
Not that I'm aware of. I think I
Okay.
am literally sort of like kitty smashy bloke.
All right, you're getting my warding. You're getting my ward then.
I think if we do end up in a fight tonight, we should make Thorin rage.
Yeah.
Is that the sort of thing you're all aiming to do to make me go full on barbarian rage at some
That's
point?
the one. Right.
Yeah, we want to see what damage you can do in rage mode and how much you do without.
Okay, making sense therefore of the map in front of you. This pale area here is basically water. It is up to waist height on most, so it's half movement.
Oh.
Thorin, basically pretty much up to you. How tall are you?
I think I'm 4'11".
Okay, so it's lower chest on you. Okay, and also Kerner by extension, who is also altered self at the moment. So yeah, so it's half movement.
Okay.
Please.
I mean, could me and Valenia sort of like, give him a piggyback?
We're still going to be at half movement.
You could, but you'll still be at half movement.
Oh yeah, good point.
And just at the edge of vision, just down here in the water, and every now and then, so these. And every now and then there's a chunk and the big sort of big gateway swings open upward. So the hinge is on the top, and water and other less pleasant substances come pouring out over the slick stones into the water to be carried away. There's a strong current flowing from behind you with the rill down towards that bigger waterway there, and just about there, you think you can make someone possibly kneeling in the water, crouched in the water.
Where was that at? Sorry, I didn't see.
Yeah, just about there, just at the edge of your vision.
All right.
There's no light sources here.
Okay.
Then, there's no light sources. With those, who has dark vision?
I have dark vision. I think the only one that doesn't is Thorin, isn't it? Or does Thorin have dark vision?
I don't have dark vision, but I do have controlled flames.
Okay, you're not quite near, because that's 60 foot, so you're not quite near enough to make out the details. You can just sort of like, there's a deeper shadow within the shadow. Just measure from where you. So 60 foot is about there at the moment. Okay, so that's as far as you can see.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I think I have dark vision. You can see in darkness, shades of grey up to 60 foot.
Nice.
So yeah, I think it's I can probably up to a point.
Yeah. It's probably me who doesn't have it, but I have the controlled flame, so if I need to, I can produce light.
I think I mainly have it because obviously where I'm a mountain dwarf, I live somewhere dark.
Yeah,
Well,
seeing in the dark is sort of things, really. Okay,
Yeah.
so all is quiet except for the creak and splish, thing closing again. Some of them are open and pure water coming through, so it's not a river of effluent that you're standing in, but you're aware that every now and then there's things floating in it that perhaps don't want to sort of pick up. But at the same time, it's not so vile that I'm going to be making you do constitution checks every couple of minutes. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Do we know, or are we able to recognise whether the valves, the gates are opening sporadically or if there's a pattern to it?
if there is, I mean, literally just as you put in, if there is a pattern, there probably is one if you were here long enough. But for the time being, it seems to be like first one, then another. There doesn't seem to be a regular pattern.
Okay.
So yeah, so as you walk in, that one's discharging at the moment,
Okay.
and then that sort of closes, and then this one's starting to creak open, and there's a rush of water coming out.
Okay.
I think I'm going to start moving forward. I think Rain's going to be doing a bit of a doggy paddle.
Okay.
So
Yep.
if I just,
So, I mean, these are a raised stone platform. If you want to get up and hoist up onto that,
I'm going to climb up on there so I can.
get a better view.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the likelihood of being able to set an arrow on fire?
Magically, not a problem.
I was
Or
thinking.
if you have, I mean, if you're on the surface, if you're on this surface here, yeah, I mean it's dry enough. You're fairly sure. Do a quick survival check.
That's what I get for opening so many windows. Normal roll. 15.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you're fairly sure that there aren't noxious gases here that is going to make it explode if you produce a flame. There's enough air ventilation that any sort of methane is so minimal that it's not going to have an effect.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you need flames then?
Yeah, I was just thinking about firing something into a wall as a bit of light.
Okay, so
I know that's like, see if I can like some of the lichen or mold or whatever, and just
Not really enough to a fire, I suppose, unless you sort of doused an area liberally with.
I won't do that then.
Well, I was going to say, don't even do that because I can do a non-magical flame that fits within a 5-foot cube.
Okay.
And I can expand the flame 5 feet in one direction.
Or you could ask Striker to do a fairy fire or something.
Yeah, or I said I could set fire to the arrow like Valenia wanted to, and that can then go through.
The figure over here, I said, appears to be sort of hunched over something, there's sort of very sort of you hear the sound of something ripping, perhaps. You can't quite. It's intent on something.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to have noticed your presence.
Okay. Valenia, you're a ranger, aren't you?
I am.
Would you have any idea what potentially it would
This
be
gate
down
closes.
here?
I think I'm going to need to get closer, but
Okay.
because like you said, it's as though I'm going to move a bit further up. And what point will I be able to see what it is, Tim? Is it 60
probably
feet?
about there, actually. Yeah, roughly 60. That should take you about. Yeah, okay. It's humanoid. See metallic, metal and wood. I reckon it's probably a warforged.
Okay.
It's moving.
It's not a coal, is
Moving
it?
jerkily. Can't quite tell. It's moving quite jerkily. What's everyone else doing? Are you all staying back? This gate is opening.
Sorry, I just completely missed what you said. My brain just completely blanked out for a moment. Sorry.
Okay, the figure here
Yeah.
is if you've moved up. Valenia's moved up, so hasn't said anything yet. But Valenia's certainly clear to get a better view
I'm just gonna.
of what it
I
is.
have it that I sort of like carefully maybe ooge it my way up to sort of be nearby just in case anything kicks off.
basically, you need to be if you're dark visioned anywhere closer than here. This line, you see where I'm? Can you see where I've got
Oh
the?
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Roughly
where you
about there.
need to be able to see who or what it is.
Okay, well if I hop to about there, then it's like I move up just to sort of like be sort of ready to leap into action if need be. So
The gateway is closing. Felinia, could you make a perception check, please?
Of course I can.
And Kaluma, you're close enough as well.
It's a 10
Okay, it's definitely a Warforged.
and a 7.
Kaluma, yeah, I mean you can make out its figure. Its clothes are sodden, looks battered. Yeah, I mean you can tell it's Warforged. You can tell it's Warforged. It's moving really awkwardly and kind of limping through the water.
Do you need help?
Goes silent. The figure stops.
Can I move closer?
You can. Head sort of starts to sort of turn towards it, sort of hooded. You see glowing eyes with it.
Are you okay? Can you talk?
Figure sort of is holding something heavy in the water next to it. Looks like it might be something about 4 or 5 foot in length. Water.
Okay,
I'm gonna go down this bit, and
Sort of-
Ranger sort of
Okay.
doggy paddle,
Okay.
doggy paddle.
Okay.
okay.
But
You
at this moment, I'm
You
actually,
hear, sort of you hear like an exhalation of.
at this moment I've got my bow drawn. I'm
Releases the thing, releases whatever it is it's holding, which sort of starts to float in the water. Starts to sort of stumble towards you. You can see, yes, it's definitely a Warforged. It's looking battered. Cuts. There's sort of blade marks. Staggering, starting to stagger towards you.
Is it
Make another perception check.
Where's my perception gone? There it is.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm gonna roll.
5.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll again as well.
It might be Cole.
I'm gonna roll
You
one
look,
as
you
well.
look really battered. There's like at one point it sort of shifts. You swear you blasted straight through him.
Let's take another 5 feet. I'm really cautious here. I'm just gonna go Cole.
Okay. At that point, Thorin and Kerner, could you make perception rolls, please?
okay.
I'm just moving myself forward because I don't have
Valve,
dark vision.
Okay. You can
Perception.
see several valves opening at once. Okay. Kerner, no. Thorin, there are things approaching within the. You see shapes within the valves, humanoid shapes approaching.
And maybe I sort of try and sort of like get everyone's attention, but not too loudly. Like, there's things crawling out of the valves. Don't mean to worry anyone.
Okay. As you get closer, the battered, stabbed. It's definitely a Warforged. There's sort of plates that have been pried loose. You can see sort of the wood has been shattered. There's sort of substances sort of dripped and poured out. Absolutely, utterly abused. And as it comes forward, it's sort of the light from you can see sort of the thing, and then sort of the light that Kern's been with you starts to sort of strike across its features, bringing colour to your night vision, and you see that what you thought was Cole's face is missing a jaw, and the throat has been ripped, and there's a big stab mark through its heart. And the sort of the hood sort of falls back as the zombified Warforged, which you are relieved to suddenly not cold, lurches towards you, hands ready, reaching for you, at about the same time as Thorin cries out,
Like,
and
so I-
rotting corpses start to shamble out of the.
Oh well.
So I may-
Fuck.
I sort of maybe start sort of like as because I've sort of moved to come and see what this thing is for. I suddenly hear the noises, turn around, and I'm like, sort of like the equivalent of like dwarf shit, fuck, guys.
Let's do these. And Kerner, you didn't make your perception, so they get.
No.
Can I have your armor class, please?
14.
As the valve opens and the sort of rotting fist is flying. It's still attached to something, just about, and misses you completely. But it's enough to sort of make you jump. The light sort of starts to shine on creatures. They're all wearing. They're all wearing Cole's old gang colours.
Fuck.
They have all been slain by a bladed weapon of some description. Literally, all of them have just got what you think is some expert blow piercing straight through, like a single blade cut through each of their hearts. And they've obviously been down here a while, and they're just they're soaking with water, and they are coming to get you. Shall we do initiatives?
I knew that was coming.
Okay. Well, I can remember what I'm doing. Hang on.
Before we do that, I'm putting Striken back into his pocket dimension.
Yeah, absolutely.
And ignore my initiative because I wrote the wrong thing anyway. And I forgot to highlight my person.
Oh yeah, I've literally just realised just as I rolled it. I thought I forgot to highlight my character
That's okay.
because I am apparently a moron.
Didn't want to tell you, but
They're going on an 11, so let's do that. I'll just come through to each of you in turn in a minute.
I am just checking stuff.
Thorin, I will happily write yours in. So you've got 15.
Yeah.
Rain.
Hold
Roll
on.
to Rain
Right,
yet?
so Valenia's gone on a 13. Got to open up another sheet because I forgot.
Kaluma. There's yours, 17. Nice.
Character sheet. Have I got Rain selected? Yes.
Bloody hell. Okay. Right, Rain going first.
Did that count on the round tracker?
It's auto-filled on the thing. That's good.
Oh, good.
I've also worked out how to manually generate a turn order as well.
Oh, okay.
Roll 20 did, so that's lovely. Right, so yeah, sudden flurry of activity. There's the shout from Thorin, a squawk from Kern as he narrowly twists out of the way of this sort of rotten sort of teenager sort of skin, grey
I was a
and
teenage
puffy.
zombie.
Absolutely. Sort
I'm
of
just a
fails to grab
zombie.
him. What's Rain doing?
Rain. Oh God, because it's. I suppose because Rain's a wolf, she's quite big. So she's going straight after that one in front in the defensive style that she does. And where's Rain's attacks gone? I'm glad I haven't got a webcam on at the moment because I am move my head all over the place and like, what am I doing? Rain. Hello? Oh, don't do this. Load. Or don't load.
Hydration, that's a good idea.
Zombie. Oh, he doesn't know what he's eating.
Oh, there we go. Right.
Teenage zombie.
Right.
He
So,
doesn't know what he's eating.
Because
Oh
we're
dear.
just a teenage zombie nation.
Zombie.
Right.
Meanwhile, still waiting on the main roll.
So
Zombie.
she's gonna
Zombie nation.
she's gonna
Zombie.
dive forward, and I've just realised that Rain has pack tactics, which means if I'm within 5 feet, she gets advantage on attack rolls.
Yeah, that's right. This is just as well. Yep, that's absolutely barrels through the water and I don't know, goes for his kneecaps or something, do some damage.
Oh, there it is. For fuck's sake.
Very nice. Okay.
It just sort of dives under the water and
Starts to savage at the zombified warthog.
oh, and you need to do a DC 11 strength or be prone.
Okay, let's just do that. Yep, they success. They succeed.
Great success.
Yeah, yes, very much so.
That
All
from?
things, isn't it?
What? Do you say what's that from?
Yeah.
Borat. Of all things.
Kerner, you're next.
Guess what? I'm going to go for my Chaos Bolt.
Oh, God.
Oh, is that one of your new
I thought-
ones?
Yeah.
I thought
That's
you were
my
going to
new
go for acid
one,
breath.
yeah. Oh, no, this is cooler. I'm going to go for this one here. Let's
Oh.
sit.
Oh, this is going to take a while.
Holy fuck!
Which one are you aiming at? You consider you've literally got 2 right in front of you. Okay, over there, go for it.
Okay, I didn't realise I had 2 there. Okay, I'll go for this one then, sorry.
I mean, literally.
What?
Right, okay.
Okay, so that's a hit, yes. So you hit the first one.
What the
Do 12 points of damage.
and
9.
additional and 3 for my acid elemental affinity.
So is
Okay.
that
You literally. Okay, so Kerner turns around, casts, and sort of makes a mystic pass, utters some ear-scorching screech, and this boiling, otherworldly colours that don't really or shouldn't exist in this world boils forth from
Hey Alex.
from their outstretched talons, and the zombie in front of them just melts away. It's just like just smeared from existence. It's like laminated on the sides of the tunnel. Now, there's a chance that it's going to then pop onto something else, isn't it? What is that? You've got the spell description there.
Well, it says, hurl undulate wobbling mass of chaotic energy at one creature, make a ranged spell attack. On a hit, the target takes 2d8 plus 1d6 of damage. Choose one of the d8s. The number rolled on that determines the attack type. So it says it was bolt, so I'm presuming it went for lightning. Or
So that's on the chart. That's the damage, not the type of it.
Oh yeah.
and then if you roll the number on both d8s, the same number on both d8s, the chaotic energy leaps from the target to a different creature of your choice.
So,
But I didn't see what the d8s were.
so roll 2d8s. If you just go to the dice thing on the
Yeah.
left hand side and literally click for
Yeah.
2d8, roll that, and we'll see what the
Alex, I think what it's done, it's rolled all of the damage and everything all at the same time, and we've gone, wow, that's a lot of dice. So
It did all the things.
That's really helpful. 7 and a 1. Yeah, so no, it doesn't burst, but it does, like I said, resolve into lightning and just melts, just laminates that zombie all over the tunnel walls, and I shall remove him from the initiative list. Done. Okay. Any bonus actions you want to take?
Let me just have a look. Have I got bonus actions? Breath weapon. Bonus action, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, I can use my 2 weapon fighting. So I'm going to use Zukin and Verstock, so my 2 daggers, and I'm going to throw it at this one here.
Not as a bonus action, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Your action has been to cast a spell.
Actions in combat, 2 weapon fighting. You can use your sorcery points to gain additional spell slots or sacrifice. But it says bonus action, actions in combat, 2 weapon fighting. It's very clear.
That allows you to use. So it allows you to use. It'll allow you to use your offhand, not both. The bonus action is the second weapon.
Okay, then I'll use the second weapon. So I'll just use Verstock.
Yeah, and don't forget that basically is no bonuses. It's literally just a standard.
Yeah. Don't know how I do that. Okay.
D20. Here's a hit. Okay, do some damage. Nice. Yeah, good solid. Goes straight in its eye, and it's sort of is now stumbling towards you with your dagger sticking straight out of its head, which I guess is convenient because it'll be close enough next time for you to be able to take the dagger back out of its head, I guess. Not at all disgusting. Okay, that was on 18. 17, Kaluma.
Aye, Captain. I'm gonna... Holy phony. I am going...
Mad.
Is that the one?
I'm going slightly mad.
Eldritch blasting that bastard here.
Yeah, go for it. Direct hit. Okay, yeah, you grab. Obviously the water sort of space for that, but it sort of scorches it. Probably punches straight through a hole that's already in him. Sort of scars and widens the hole that's already there. Any bonus actions?
Yeah, just like Joe, I'm going to use my 2 weapon fighting. Grab my... Hold on. What is it? What have I got? I am... Would that be... Could I use my spear?
No, because that's a 2-handed weapon.
Shit.
If you had like a dagger, you could throw a dagger.
Yeah, I'll throw. I will throw one of my daggers.
Okay.
That's a hit, yes.
That is a hit.
There you go.
Got an animation for Kerner's spell.
Ooh.
I like that.
Got a... Yeah, more like that. There you go.
Nice.
Okay, so yes, you do some damage. Okay, it's still up. Your dagger is sticking firmly out of it. Still shambling towards you. What's Shrike doing?
I can at the moment. So I can bring him out of his pocket dimension at any time, can't I?
Yeah, as a bonus action.
Have...
So at the moment, is he? Oh no, you put him away, didn't you?
Yeah, he's in his pocket dimension.
He's in the pocket dimension. So at the moment, nothing. But
I'm going to move.
Next round as a bonus, you can bring him out.
So can I move him while he's still in his pocket dimension?
If you want to place where you want him to appear, if you're going to use a bonus, yeah, but he's not actually physically here.
Okay, I'm going to put him there.
Okay.
Because I have like
You have a plan.
kind of, yes.
A cunning plan. Cunning plan.
I have 12% of a plan.
It's barely a plan.
Better than 9. Okay.
I am
Right. The zombie warforged stumbles forward, having resisted being knocked over by rain. Takes a swing at Kaluma. And misses entirely. So whoosh, there's a sort of haymaker of a swing, but back, take a step back, and it just sort of misses your face. Just whoosh, that's gone. Thorin, you're up next.
Do I get an opportunity attack as he came up to attack me?
No, because he hasn't tried to pass you. He's literally stepped in to engage.
Oh, okay.
Thorin, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Get angry and kill everything? That'd be nice.
Yeah, because I can see what you're doing. You're trying to make me rage, aren't you?
Would we do such a thing?
One way to make you rage. Nick Valentine is an overrated character.
Well, I'm not rising to it.
Thorin, what are you doing? You have zombies approaching from either side.
So I am going to. Oh, I'm right in the middle of it.
You're about to make a lot of new friends.
Yes, I know. Right, I'm gonna sort of like, I suppose, smack this one in the head.
Okay.
Don't know how I'm gonna smack him in the head, but I'm gonna smack him in the head with something.
You've been inventive before now.
Kaluma, have you seen my message?
Yeah, I don't...
The secret messages have started. Nice solid hit. Okay. 19. Big two-handed smack, yeah?
Yeah, I'll just do a full-on smack.
Okay, yeah, good solid hit. Yeah, your axe sinks into it and nearly severs one of its arms and sort of bites deep into its chest. It sort of looks at you with sort of a expression, but it's still going. Valenia, 13.
Hello.
Hello.
So I was just sorting my spells out. I just need to do a check for Thorin's distance. Oh, you are just in the right places. Good. So I am going to
Try not to kill the party.
What are you going to do to me?
Oh, I'm not doing it to Thorin, don't worry.
It's like, if you're planning to lob things at me or whatever, it's like, can you not?
Past you, maybe.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cast Hail of Thorns first of all onto my bow, because as a bonus action.
Yeah, no problem.
And then I'm with the yelp from the big burly dwarf. I know shit's going down. And I'm going to.
What the holy fuck? I better move.
So obviously I get 2 attacks for my attack. So I'm going to load one with Hail of Thorns which does a normal
Yep.
attack and then Hail of Thorns as well. And then a second one just as a fuck
Follow
it.
up. Okay. Which one are you targeting?
This one.
Okay. Hold a hit. It's not exactly difficult. They don't dodge much.
Didn't think they would. 15.
Lovely. Yep, that's a direct hit. Okay.
I'm so glad I've got such a high plus on my. Right, so we'll do the damage first. That was the wrong button, but there we go. So 5 damage to start with.
Yeah.
And then, where is Hail of Thorns? There it is. Do a normal roll on Hail of Thorns. Oh, hello. 4, and you've got to do a DC of 11. And that's for everybody.
There. Okay, give me just a moment. I shall do.
Everybody within 5 feet, so that's
Within
why
5 foot. That's the 2 other side.
Yeah, so that's
Okay,
why I measured it.
20. I get a 1, a 14, and an 18. So
Left to
I'm just
right?
gonna go right, so left to right. So that one has failed.
Okay. Where's my Hail of Thorns gone? What's it say? Oh, I could have cast that at level 2 as well. Shit. Next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon, type before spell ends. This spell, creature rain of thorns sprout from your ranged weapon or ammunition. In addition, normal effect of the attack. And each creature within 5 feet must take a dexterity saving throw. Creature takes 1d10, so it takes 4 piercing damage, failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
Right. Okay.
And then I will fire my second shot into it as well.
So the ones that saved took half. Okay.
Yeah. Normal roll. 13?
Yeah, is a hit on the same one, I presume.
Yeah, on the middle one, because it's just like a quick.
Yep.
And then longbow. Don't know why it's still rolling crits.
Yeah. Okay. But that is enough, and down it goes. So let's just remove him from.
I do not like being surprised.
Note to self: do not creep up on Felinia. Okay. Zombie time.
Everybody.
Right. Okay. These two close on Thorin. This one closes on Kern. This one also sees Kern and moves across. That one goes there. Mo goes there. Yeah. This one comes out. Yeah, basically they're piling on Thorin because he's the first thing they see.
Right.
Okay. Yay, you'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? So, let's do the 4.
Don't forget, Thorin, you've got the ward as well that Morgan gave you.
That's true. 2. I'm just going to roll all the attacks and resolve those. So the 4 attacking. I've got. What's your armor class, please?
Were you talking to me?
Thorin. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
Thorin.
18.
Okay, I've got a 10, a 9, a 20, and a 22. So you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Is that
Nothing very-
possible when he's warded?
Right, okay, that's the thought. I'd thought about that.
Yep. It also
Looking-
it has resistance to all damage.
It's resistance, which means it halves it. It means we just scroll
Yeah.
up to. Let me just scroll up. Okay, so it gives a +1 bonus to armor class. Well, that's okay. They'd have still hit. Resistance, so that's half damage. So that'll be 2 and 2. So that'll be 4 damage in total.
How much? Sorry?
4 damage in total.
4. Okay.
Kaluma, you also take that 4.
Oh, fuck me for being helpful, I suppose. There you go.
Okay. Okay, then the 2 on Kerner. Let's roll there to hit. 1, 2. I've got a 13 and a 10. Do either of those hit?
No, they both miss.
Fantastic. This one's a bit of a loose end. That one can't get out yet. And then this one has already gone early in the round. So that's... Okay, in that case, a new round. Rain.
Zombies equal bones. Rain is...
Oh, yeah.
Rain is a hungry wolf. She is hungry like the wolf.
In touch with the ground, I break from the crowd.
Oh,
And
God.
that's as much as you can do about DMCA.
Like a wolf.
Sorry, I really love that song. Okay.
Right, so
It's okay. It's fine.
it is
It's
nibble
fine.
time. Oh yeah, she gets attacked. She gets
And that's a very different context from when you're in the...
13. Oh no, 16.
That's to hit. Yep, that's fine. Roll the damage.
Nom 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 nom.
Nom, nom.
7. Jesus Christ.
Is enough. Down it goes.
I told you Rain was hungry.
Oh yeah, yeah. Rain is biting away. I mean, you say bones. It's a war force, so it's there's something probably a bone analogous sort of calcium
7 to chew on.
iron, but yeah. It's a chew. It's a chew bone basically, as far as he's concerned. Okay, that's lovely. Kerner, 18. Your turn.
Yeah.
No, Kerner's
Excuse
3.
me.
Funny.
Well, I'm 4 now. I've had my birthday.
Oh, okay, you're 4. Okay.
I'm 4 now.
Okay, well, while Kerner's doing the bit, I need to go to the toilet because my bladder has just literally woken up. This is great.
Okay.
Okay. So what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Not fall asleep.
No, that'll be a bad thing. Taking a nap right now will be counterproductive.
But I'm tired. It's hard work being small. I think, what do I have that does a cone? I know there's something I have that does a cone.
Acid breath.
That's the what, sorry?
Acid breath.
Thank you. Yes, it is. Yes. It's my phantasmal force, isn't it?
Oh, I thought your breath weapon did a cone attack as well.
Oh no, that's something else. Yeah, it might be. I'm just trying to find it. It's just not coming up anywhere. Breath weapon, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay. I'm going to do breath weapon at this one here.
Okay. What type of damage does that do?
It's poison
Acid.
damage.
Okay. I'm going to remind you. Poison doesn't affect zombies.
Oh, that's right. It doesn't, does it? Okay. Let's not then.
I'm all wee beat.
Okay.
Did you wash your handsies?
Yes, I did eat washy handsies. I even wiped my handsies.
Good boy.
What was the one where I do the raw?
That was your feet.
Yes, it was.
No, raw
Thank
comes
you.
out the mouth, not feet.
Oh, it depends how long it's been since
Oh,
you took the shower.
That is not an
What's
image I
wrong,
need.
Did you have
right,
like an
okay.
acid spray or something that you could do?
Yeah, well, that's what I was looking at. Elemental affinity acid. No action. When you cast a spell that deals damage to the racial traits, breath weapon.
Can't you change between 2 different breath weapons?
I thought you did.
Say that.
Yeah,
Can I just say that
well, it's
element?
only give them. Go on, sorry.
What you said about the acid, the elemental affinity acid, it sounds like some sort of like band.
Oh, I can't seem to find how to do my breath weapon like I did before. I'm just being really, really thick. Copper dragon.
What if you roll it from roll 20? Because it'll still be there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, look.
So, chromatic Tasman force.
So I'll just bring your character sheet up to have a look, see if I can look it out for you.
Sorry, I'm being really thick. Sorry, guys in the chat. I just can't find my thing I want.
Let's have a look. Copper dragon, dragon ancestor, resilient, sort of magic. It would be. It's under racial traits. Breath. Oh, right, under your racial traits. Breath weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you've got green dragon, not copper dragon for some reason.
I do have copper dragon because class features has got my copper dragon down.
That one. Okay, so that's your sorceress. Okay, so you're actually from dragon background, but sorcerer side is copper.
That would explain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that's right. So that's why your damage resistant and your breath weapon are poison. But your draconic background is copper, which gives you the bonus. Right. Okay. Yeah. So no, you can't. You haven't got two breath weapons. But you just have different bonuses for different things. Okay, that's fine. I understand now.
You can explain it to me later.
Okay.
Why?
You can is under your feet. You can expend the use of your breath weapon to roll. In each creature of your choice to make a saving. Failure will become frightened.
That's what I thought, but I thought there was also one where I roared and it came out. Right, okay.
Or you could use your change.
Use my what, sorry?
Of change?
Yes.
Change damage types?
Yeah. Still at the orbs, 9 for free. You're gonna make friends chat. Right, okay, let's do that.
Okay.
Let's use my orb of change.
Yeah, because that's a free action.
With hang on. I forgot about this. I have some other things I can do.
You can do it.
Yeah,
do the thing.
Where is it?
All right.
Something like that?
It is. Oh, God! No, it is. Again, it's a feature I think I took. Feats. Dragon fear, racial traits. Breath weapon. Fund of magic. There we go. Heightened spell. When you cast a spell that forces creatures to make a saving throw, you can spend 3 sorcery points to give one target disadvantage, or I can spend a sorcery point equal to a spell's level, 1 for cantrip, to target a second creature in range with the same spell, as long as the spell is the same level as being cast.
Okay,
So,
your breath weapon doesn't count as a spell, but if there's another spell you want to cast, you can do that.
Oh, right. Okay. Fine, I will just do my orb then, and I'll do my breath weapon, and I'll change it to fire.
Okay. You take a deep breath. Which you want to ping? It's a 15-foot range.
Okay. So if it's 15-foot range, can I go for these two?
That one and that one. Yeah, can.
Because they'll both be within range.
Because it's a cone, you could probably.
15 foot is there.
So
yeah,
you
so I can get 1, 2, 3,
you wouldn't actually hit Owen, or you could sort of do it slightly across and get all of them.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll do that across the 4. Right.
Okay.
We can do a whole. I sort of just dunk myself under the water out the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I just hold my
Okay.
nose and dunk my head under just to be safe.
That facial instinct of flame, underground tunnel. Oh fuck!
Yeah, so I just suddenly just hold my nose and just dunk my head under, hope for the best.
Okay, right. Do they need to make a save against that? Or...
Chosen type of dragon, once per shot rest. Each creature in the area must make a DC 12 saving throw.
Okay.
On a failed save and half damage on a successful one.
Okay.
So they'll take 7 damage on a failed and
Is it rounded up?
Three.
Yeah, they're zombies. They don't move very. They're zombies. They don't move. Take the. Right. Okay. I shall just quickly. Those.
It's a shame.
Okay.
It's a shame there's no, like, how to draw a cone or something using stuff.
I do have.
I know you probably have something, but
I do. Specs. I've actually got some templates that I can put down. Find it. Spells pack animated. Breath. And then I need to zoom in because my select. Right, so that, and then extending out by the ruler. There you go. So is Mother Mafia saying something? I can't hear anything.
no, I can't hear.
I still can't, Joe. I still can't hear you. Sorry.
Give your headset a knock.
No, still nothing. No, deathly silent. Kerner seems to off the. Hello. Is anyone else there, or is it just me?
I can hear you.
I'm here. I'm still here.
Okay.
You can hear me.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Ah, there you are. No, dropped off. I guess she's going to come back in a minute. Give us a second.
But just as we got sound, it was like, oh, boy.
Yeah. Give it another go.
There you go.
There we go. Welcome back.
Right.
Sorry, you were saying.
I said I rolled the orb because it doesn't recognise that it's been used, and obviously I only have 9 charges. Don't worry, it was just me looking at technical stuff.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you just need to sort of have a keep a note of
Just
how many
put
times
it-
you've used it at any given time. Right. Okay.
You
Kerner
please.
has done that. I'm going to leave that there just for a moment, just to annoy you. Kaluma.
Okay, so Jesus Christ, I was looking at something on eBay. Where's my doody flippy spinny thing? Where's
There's
my-
fire
where's
now,
my-
by the way.
I see that. Where is my? Ah, there it is. Right, so I'm gonna turn to here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll put Shrike back there because what I was going to use him for doesn't need to be used.
Okay.
I am going to bring out a very good friend. If that hasn't given it away what I'm just about to do, I have no idea what will. I am going, you can pick whichever I do this to. I am going to do my good friend, Are any of them missing target points, but perchance? No hit points.
Pretty much all of them now.
Cool. Well, good friend. Toll the dead.
Okay. Is that on everyone or just an individual?
Can I do it on everyone?
I don't know. I can't remember.
No, you can, I don't think so.
I think it's an individual, but double check.
Is there anything that I can actually... Oh, I've got thaumaturgy for both. That's weird. Yeah, so I'm just going... You can pick whoever the fuck I target. I'm just going to toll the dead them.
Okay, well... You guys tell me where you're...
Right.
Which you would like to have...
I would go for the one that's
one creature.
below foreign.
Yep, that one there. Okay. Let's give him a wisdom check. Should be quite impressive, because being a zombie, he doesn't have a lot. He's not really using his brains. No, total fail. Right. Snap, and indeed pop, but he no, he's still up. But yeah, the sort of the various sort of wounds are sort of blacken and curdle and sort of even worse. So yeah, there's definitely.
Oh, then.
Okay.
Well, that's a shame because of my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Get my dagger out, mate. I'm throwing it.
Nice. Okay.
And the donk. There you go.
Is enough. Down he goes.
Sorry, it's just a donk.
Ba-dong-a-dong. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay. Do-do-do. Striken's not doing anything. Right, Thorin, your turn.
Right. Sorry, I've got one. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna use my rage.
Okay.
Right, I'm gonna ask a silly question. How do I actually use it on here to make it do the thing?
Okay, there should be under your... I think.
Yeah, so I'm on features and traits. I've got the rage up, and it's got uses, and it's got 4 little boxes, which I'm guessing I can tick.
Yeah, basically. So it's a rage. So you have to claim.
Okay.
It's a bonus action. Go for it.
It's like, I'm going to do rage. Oh, that actually hurt.
Okay. This gives you resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, gives you advantage on strength and strength checks and saving throws, and using a melee you gain a bonus to the damage roll, increases as you gain level. Barbarian, as shown in the rage damage column of the Barbarian table. Lasts for a minute, so that will be for 10 rounds.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Right, so how many of the little boxes can I tick? Is it all 4 of them? One of them?
Just one of them.
Okay, I just wanted to check. I was like, how many do I tick?
You're raging the ones you get. Basically, you get +2 damage.
Okay, right. So I've ticked one of the doodahs, right?
Okay. Go for it.
Right. So I'll just do the whole. You know what? Fuck it. We're being ganged up on. I don't think I like this, so I'm going to.
This is the most mild-mannered rage you have ever. Almost akin to a librarian's statement where someone has turned down the corner.
Foreign the librarian.
There we go. Need to call them Uck again.
Right, so I'm going to finish off this sort of complete utter weed here. I'm going to go with
just for foreign on stream now. Rage.
I haven't got the stream up. Hang on. Caught me right in the middle of something.
Roll the thing. Yeah.
Right. Right. Yes. Right. So I take it. I do it just as a normal roll still.
Roll to hit. Yep.
Yeah. Right. I just wanted to check.
Fucking hell.
Okay. Yeah, that's a hit. 10 points of damage, plus an additional 2 for the rage. 12 damage. How do you want to do it?
I'm gonna fuck him right up, make him just regret his entire day. Basically, it's like full on. I just get the weapon, full on aim at the head / chest, full on just.
Okay. Unlike Thor, you go for the head, bang, cleave straight down, and embed your axe deeply in the chest cavity. Falls to the floor, flops away, rinse your axe away. Do you have a second attack this round? As a 6th level barbarian, you might do.
I'm pretty sure you do.
Okay.
I think you get 2 attacks.
Yeah, as rage, you do have a second attack.
No, it's nothing to do with rage. I think literally just at this level as being a barbarian.
I just say that when you said you're going to make him regret his day, ruin his day, he's already a zombie. I think his day is well and truly ruined already.
Oh, I'm gonna make it worse. Shut up. I don't know. Can I sort of tell?
It should be on your bonus actions.
Hang on.
Should just be under your attacks.
Hang on. I'm either being blind or I don't have one.
Okay, give me just a moment. Your character sheet.
Yeah,
up.
so if anyone
literally
else
on the
wants-
front page.
Yeah, it's like if anyone else wants to check, it's like unless I'm being stupid. Ah, boom, there we go. I found it.
I'm fairly certain as a barbarian, you do get a second attack.
So
And
I've
you
got
can also
bonus
rage
action.
that second-
So I've got actions.
Not under the rage, it doesn't.
No,
just
it's,
under-
it's only 5th level extra attack. I've just read it.
So, looking at your actions.
Yeah, so I've got actions in combat, 2 weapon fighting.
Attacks per action, 2.
Yeah.
So you have a second attack.
Okay, right. So I decide, as I'm sort of just in the swing of it, I'm going to sort of
Actually.
yes. As I sort of smack the one that was there, I
Yeah.
turn round and smack his counterpart there.
Yeah, no problem.
Basically, same weapon because it's like, oh, I've got it with me. It's more of a,
It's also a hit.
I do a full on sort of like dush, basically.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. That's pretty much exactly it. There's a big, heavy-handed, 2-handed bang, slash the other one, pull it out, one-handed, reverse hand sweep, lop his head off, down he goes.
Yeah, basically, if anyone wants a visual representation, just think of Thor in the Marvel movies going full on attack mode when he's swinging the hammer around.
Moduneer.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah. Okay, nicely done, Thorin. Valinia.
Oh, I think it's time for lots and lots of arrows to be fired into people. Let's check some range.
Okay.
Let's check some ranges. Ooh. Oh. Oh.
There's me doing the whole, you know what, sod it, I'm going to use me rage, I might as well.
I'm gonna Hail of Thorns again. Straight into the middle one.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work because
Hold
that's
it.
the wrong button.
Button the thing.
That was my very exasperated. I've got too many windows open.
And I think I need to accept I don't have the vocal range to do the really deep sort of male dwarf rules.
Oh fuck! 10.
He's a hit.
Oh fuck for that.
Yeah.
That was awful roll.
Yeah, it was. Zombies have an armor class of 8, so you're not
Oh
really
my
going to have.
god!
Yeah.
I could hit that. I could hit that with a 1.
Absolute. Well, you couldn't, but
No.
yeah.
Right, so,
But yeah, no. Basically, because zombies don't try to defend themselves.
right, normal damage. Oh for fuck. 5.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that basically a Morgan, oh for fuck off?
I am going to cast it at 2nd level.
Okay. What saves have they got to do?
Let's do it a normal roll. 13 damage. Jesus Christ. DC 11. Or take DC 11 and take
what
or take half.
What is it saving on? Is con?
Dexterity.
Yeah, dexterity.
Fun fact, did you know the average dexterity of a zombie?
2?
6.
Oh my god.
6. Fails both. Both of them fail. So that's 13. That, on top of the damage that he took from being breathed all over, he is peppered, and as the arrow shaft sort of scatters, it's effectively like a large shotgun blast, just sort of bursts him, and the sort of shrapnel has not quite finished that one off, but it's sort of there's several very large holes that have appeared all the way through that one. And you've got a second shot, haven't you?
And I'm gonna put my second one into that one that's attacking Kerner.
You reckon that one more shot would probably take it out?
I am a bit worried about that one attacking Kerner, because Kerner is very squishy.
Yeah.
If need be, I can yeet some people on my next round if anyone's still standing.
You know what I'm going to do? No, I'm going to stay with that one.
I like that. You know what I'm going to do? Oh, no, I am.
Not the thing.
16, yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
And... 8.
On top of the damage previously taken by being smacked with all sorts of other things, down it goes. Nicely done. Okay. The remaining zombies. Right, so one facing Thorin, the other one comes out, so sort of goes for Thorin, and then this one in the thing that has still been attacking Kerner tries to gently nibble upon Kerner's head. So let's do that one first. And I'll do for the other two rolls attacking Thorin. Basically, the zombies have gone for the big loud thing that's splashing on. So, armor class of 16.
Who's that for, sorry?
For Kerner.
It's 14, but as I see it come towards me, I cast shield of warning
Okay,
against myself.
yeah, that's the reaction. So that gives you...
plus 5 bonus to my armor class, so that's 19.
Fantastic. So yes, it comes to speak the word, its fist clash against the shield. There's a spark, sort of a force field, classic force field cascade of light splintering and sort of flaring in the darkness. And then one of the zombies was an 8, misses Thorin. The other one's hit 20. You've got resistance, so 1 point of damage to you, 1 point of damage to Kaloo.
Oh, I'm sure I can cope with 1 point of damage. It's fine.
Oh, for God's sake.
It's like, it's fine.
I'm sure I can handle 28 hit points.
Fair enough. Rain.
Rain is going to dash in at this one. Oh, which is the one that looks like it's about to fall over? That one or this one?
That one. No, the second one. If you go around the back of Thorin to get there, you should. But it's all really close quarters, so you're actually okay.
Oh, no, that's the wrong token. So, yeah, Rain's going to... Woof, 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 woof.
Yeah. Okie dokie.
And... again, too many windows open. Nibble, nibble, nibble. Jesus Christ!
Okay, yeah, that's a hit. And again, pack tactics within 5 foot of Thorin. Enough. Down it goes. Yeah, it just goes for it. Rips the. Then kind of surfaces out of the water with a distinctly disgruntled and distasteful expression on the face.
A very, very wet wolf at
yes,
the moment.
Very, very, very wet dog. Kerner, you're next.
Okay, I am going to, because it's right in front of me, there's no way I can use my bow and arrow, my crossbow, and just shoot it square between them, basically.
Yeah, no problem. And it's too close.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, we've rolled a 6. Okay. So yeah, you try to bring the crossbow to bear, but it's too, it's too close quarters, and yeah, it sort of when you kind of hit, but it just doesn't take any notice. Bolt is sticking out of it, but you don't seem to have hit anything vital.
That's a point as well. Because it's near me, can I grab my dagger back out of its brace as well?
Do a dex check. I'll allow you to do a dex check.
Will do in a moment when I have dex.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's right in front of you. You reach out, retrieve it.
Yeah. That's all I've got.
Okay, no problem. Next on to Kluma.
Oh, we still got 2 of the fuckers alive. Fine.
Fine, it's fucking fine.
I'm going.
All fine.
Everything's fine.
I am going to do. I cannot wait to get a new fucking chair. This one's so uncomfortable. I am going to cast Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
On the one that's next to Thorin.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's just do that. What save was that for? Save
Dexterity.
Dex. Okay. Utterly fails.
So
it
takes. So it takes 2d10 fire damage on a failed one.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the 5 points that it's rolled. Okay. Okay, it's scorched, but.
And as my bonus action, I'm going to bring Shriken out of his protective bubble.
If you want to place him back on the.
I'm going to plonk him. Actually, I'll plonk him. Wait, how far was it?
Within 30 foot.
Right, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Hey-oh.
Hello.
So he is now out of his protective bubble.
Pop just in time for his initiative. What's he going to do?
Let's have a look-see, shall we? It would help if I brought up his character sheet. Character sheet.
Shimmer in the air, Shrike fly off. Wings spread, teeth bared.
And he is prepared. He is going to fly over Kerner and bite.
Okay. That's definitely a hit.
Fucking hell. And then... Oh,
point of damage. Okay.
That was such a good roll, and then the damage was shite.
Okay. Well, he's only little. He's only ickle. He's only about the size of a house cat.
Well,
okay.
Perfect.
That he is. Okay, Thorin. Still raging.
Yes. I've still got someone whose day I need to just ruin even more. Right. As this one's obviously closest, I'm going to yeet this one.
Okay.
Sticking with my favourite, because it's done me well the last round.
Roar.
Yeah, so I'm not going to try and do all the roar again, because that hurt. But
wow.
it's just...
Yep, that'll do.
So, yeah, again, it's the whole sort of like, very much the 4 battle, swing the weapon round, and just literally full on yeet them, smack them in the head, wherever.
Crunch. It's gone. And then I reckon you got enough movement rate to close and take the other one out as well.
Yeah, I'll say if I am able to, like, I move to Doobar.
Yeah.
So obviously go to, again, just same Doodar. Just do the whole sort of fancy moving about, go on over and vroom, bomp.
It is still a hit.
I was going to say, not quite as fancy this time, but go with it.
On top of everything else.
As Thorin does that, Kernan notices it and ducks and goes,
Yeah, because you sort of hear the movement of me just doing the whole as I come sort of charging over.
Yeah, Kernan just flinging herself to
one side, like the whole holy shit, I'm getting out of the way.
Huge battle axe blade swings horizontally through the air. Jumps out of the way, and just as well as it swings through the space you were just in, and just lops its head off. Down. Done.
That still counts as one.
Silent Swords. You may end the range just as an action. You're fine. You're done. You're suddenly aware that there's nothing else to hit, so you can sort of take a deep breath.
So
yeah,
I suddenly do the whole just like, oh wait, hang on. Hi.
I'm just gonna stand there and go, foreign pie.
And I'm like, oh, all right. What happened?
Have a pie. You get a bit nasty when you're hungry.
Yeah. It's like you're not you when you're angry. There you go. Have a pie. Well, thank you.
yeah.
Okay. Silence returns. Apart from the valves opening and closing, the bodies are dismembered, burst, burned, various things. These are definitely members of Cole's gang. They look relatively fresh dead, a couple of weeks at most. Know that he said that there were a couple of dozen of them in his gang, so it's only about half the gang.
Yay.
Do you want to do some investigation, have a quick look round?
I think quick investigation, see what we can find.
We leave that till next?
I was going to say, or do you want to leave that till next week because it's now 11:30?
We can do that. Okay, let's call it a halt there then.
No
Right.
problem.
Okay, I shall just make a note on that, and we'll pick up from there next week. Brilliant. Well done, everyone. Thank you, everyone who has come to visit us and to spend a bit of time with us. Much appreciated. We are most organised, which is really quite impressive. Morgan in particular has got a quick something to say because there's a partnership you just entered into. Do you want to just give us a bit of detail about that?
For gamers versus mental health, and if you put in code Morgan15 at checkout, you get 15% off. The brand supports Mind Charity and Safe in Our World, which is a mental health charity focusing on video games.
So go do the thing.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant cause, and really pleased to become their ambassador. In terms of people streaming, very quickly.
At some point, I will. This week.
Okay.
I am planning to come back tomorrow and do a stream, possibly Fallout 76, and then rest of the week I'm still to decide. So that's over on the Miss Time Bunny channel.
Me and Leah will probably be back in the Eorzea at some point this week. Probably.
Definitely will.
Yeah, because you went off ahead and started Heaven's Ward without me, you bitch.
I'm literally like 2 quests in.
We said we would go into Heaven's Ward together,
and
experience it together.
And I wanted to hear your reaction to the cutscene.
I don't give a shit. You should have done it with me.
Well, I'm sorry. Can I do a quick shout out for mine?
Tiff.
On that bombshell, obviously we've been streaming this on YouTube and on Twitch. Links to it, if you don't fancy searching all that through, will be going up both on this stream, but also I've got a link to YouTube up on the site, which is maiden.com. And there'll be other things going up in there in due course, past sessions and little character intros, things like that.
Do mine at some point.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
that'd be
I
lovely.
I will get the previous streams up on the YouTube channel when my devices and my computer actually sodding talk to each other.
Those things. In the meantime, if we'll call a halt there. Thank you for coming. We will hopefully see you all next week. And yay, we did the thing.
Thank you, everybody, and I will speak to you all soon.